anyway. Just confirm that it's live in the right places. Alright. That's working. That's working. So I think. YouTube's always the one that's stupid. Alright, no motivation. Alright. See YouTube? I can't see YouTube. Alright. That's ridiculous. Okay. So always, we are live, but I don't know how to get it to show up on YouTube. So, are you just seeing the black screen too? YouTube usually forces forward even if I start early. Can I change it on YouTube real quick? It says no data. Why does it say no data? That's so irritating, bro. The viewer's waiting. Just getting a black screen though. Yeah, can you see anything? I mean, I know I'm not on camera yet, but can you see anything? You only hear. Yeah, showing YouTube streaming on my dashboard, but it's not showing it on my screen as going live yet. You can see me? Weird. I don't know why you can see it and won't let me see. I'm just seeing the waiting for screen. But as you can see it, I guess it's what matters. That's really weird. Yeah, I wish you were here too. They're not. No one's here yet. I'm doing an early start. Oh yeah, because Kelly, I screwed up. I was gonna invite you and tell you to come, and then I just never did. Mo even wrote me, goes, "Hey, make sure you tell Kelly." And I'm like, I just forgot because I'm dumb. So, black couch in the background. Yeah, I don't know why I can't see it, but it's working. All right, cool. Hey, Frank's here. Yo. Yo. What's up? Yeah, 211 in the box. I mean, I gotta hang up. He's gonna call me. Here we go. Answer. It's starting. Hey Kelly, what up? I don't know why my YouTube is telling me that it's not encoding anything, but I'm just gonna believe it that it works and hope for the best. I don't think Frank even knows he got this new setup either. I just realized I want unsubscribed anymore. Yeah, resubscribe. A few different people definitely got unsubbed because of the whole, getting hacked thing. Why is your ringtone a kitty cat? Because it's annoying. I know I'll remember it. It keeps me honest. Quite frankly. All right, we got 7 people on YouTube. So I don't know how many people show up on Twitter, but I have people, I stream on Twitter too now, because I can. So we got that running as well. But Twitch has the least amount of latency. I don't understand. Why are you able to get in and I can't see it on my own stream? Oh, weird. Okay. The original stream, I see what happened. I screwed up. I see what happened. That was my fault. So, I'm doing the pre-stream to get people in the room before we get started. I'll sit on my table. Let me close the door. Alright. You want anything that's in the fridge? Otherwise I'll get this thing pulled together.
Holy shit.
I mean, I got this table made for, what you call it, Thanksgiving, so I may as well use it.
Yeah, not bad. It's a nice little setup.
Yeah, it works very well.
Oh, look at me.
It's coming in all late.
Oh, am I late?
No, you're early. I mean, like the delay. I see what happened.
Look at that.
I screwed up, and yeah, I hope no one's waiting for this one because it's not going to happen. Hope they come to the current one. Oh, well, we'll see what happens. All right. We're good to go. So where's the other one, man? I can kill this one if that's the case. One second, guys. I'm doing some work. Okay, yeah, I'm going to kill this one.
It looks like monetization is on.
It is.
So I got to be on my best behavior.
You don't have to. I'm not going to keep it up. I can make money while the stream is up.
And then once it's over, you just shut it down.
Shut it down, yeah. All right, I'm going to kill this other one so people don't get confused.
Cool.
All right, goodbye, other one. Hey, if you go to the channel, I redid the branding.
Chris thinks?
Yeah. I redid the whole branding so it was a little more professional.
Oh, right.
I kind of like it a little better than what I did.
All right.
So, yes, it is. It's available.
All black. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I'm going to rebrand the old... video.
Yeah, oh, interesting. I like that.
All right. Well, I know these girls do this thing called, this is good, called Swipe Fat. And I'm like, I could do something like that, but for white men. All right, there we go.
Drop this guy.
Oh, so Kelly, most me about it. I work till close tonight. I'm sorry. You got to work. That sucks. Kelly. See, Chris, they sub me from your channel. Glad I found you again. Dude, I'm telling you, when I got hacked, I lost a lot of people, so I got to try to get them back somehow. But I'm glad you found me again. I don't know how you found me. I've been reposting my old videos to kind of get things restarted again, and so that's been pretty good. So like, I feel like I've actually made more revenue with reposting old videos than working with my current ones. So that will be the rub of it. All right, YouTube, unsub me. Wow, you too? Really? Like everybody? I guess resub. I don't see. It told me I lost 80. It told me I lost like 88 people.
Wow.
But yeah, I didn't know it was gonna be like loyalists. Are you sure you didn't unsub when you saw that it was Tesla instead of me? I think that may make a difference.
Yeah. These guys are out for blood.
Yeah. I don't care. So we're streaming in 3 different places. We're streaming on Twitch. We're streaming on YouTube. We're streaming on Twitter too. I have no idea what people do on Twitter, but I know I can stream
it's
there.
also on Tumblr.
No.
Pornhub as well.
Tumblr is not an option, I would say. So I think most gonna be a little bit late. Like I said, girls said you'd be here. Girls said they'll be here a little bit. So no rush. See, I for sure did not unsub and click the link. That's weird. I mean, again, maybe because they thought I was like a hacker situation. They did what they did. So what's gonna happen is today, so you guys know, it's gonna be me and Frank, Mo, who did the last podcast, and then my friend Amelia, and I should know the other girl's names. I met her too, and she's probably gonna hear this. So I'm good. No, actually, I haven't recorded the official recording yet, so we're good. It's just kind of, again, just pretty sure that's around what she's saying her girl's name is.
So the name of the stream is Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Live?
Nope. It should be something else. Oh, no. That's wrong.
Go.
No. What it is? I forgot. Stupidly enough.
God damn it, Chris.
No. That's the real title. How to Date While Black call-in show.
Yeah.
The trick is that this thing does its own thing and changes it constantly. So I'm just gonna change the name right now. Zoom. Dating Wild podcast.
Yeah, so for the first test is seeing if these girls flake.
There you go. I mean, she said she's bringing cookies, so
Pretty much 50% of dating while black.
oh, for sure. Like that's 100%. Like, oh, sorry, I really hate to do this. I hate to do this. I hate when people say that. I'm like, you don't hate to do it. You just gotta do it. I've done it. We all done it. Let's see. Chips and salsa should be served everywhere. A trip to the bank. Chips and salsa. Oil change. Chips and salsa. Therapy session. Chips and salsa. You can't tell me who doesn't deserve this after the last few years. Interesting take. Interesting take. I like chips and salsa, but not that much. All right.
Sanders, have you ever had a pet?
Kind of. So I had a cat at one point. She was great. Her name was Daria Morgendorfer, from the cartoon character from the show.
He never struck me as a cat sort of dude.
I was married at the time, and we wanted a pet, so we got one together.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I honestly, I would love to have a dog if it's a good dog. I mean, it's got to be like one of those like dogs that don't destroy your house types.
Yeah. Like those little chihuahuas with the fluffy legs, you know.
I could do that.
Yeah. Sort of your speed.
Imagine me like if they're like, again,
And also it makes
they're trained.
makes sense given your hoodie.
attire.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Literally, I told you before. So this hoodie, if you guys see it, is made of cats. I'll show how clear it is for you guys. But it's made of cats. I love how slow the latency is. I probably switch to the live feed.
Yeah.
Honestly, I like knowing what's happening on all the streams, but I can make that smaller. Also, so I'm not streaming a game, my computer can handle it. There you go. And we'll make the chat bigger.
Chad Sanders.
I hate when so that is
I like that.
that's Alien's nickname for me. He decided a long time ago.
Oh man. Chad Sanders.
He's a different character. Well, you know, I was getting here telling my
Nice.
dating stories, and he decided that Chad I'm a Chad, he said. And I fully disagree.
Takes a man to wear a hoodie made for old ladies.
Old ladies wouldn't wear this,
Mm.
and you know that. See, Mom got a cat for us last Christmas. We named it Pooper. Now she hates it. I think he's okay. Let's see, view. Oh, I see. Oh, Andy DeVirgo just subscribed to the channel. Thank you, Andy. I don't even know. It's a sound playing. I don't know what it is. I can't even hear it myself. So I'm trying to get rid of some of this stuff.
Yeah, Instagram live this.
There we go. And I'll put this back later. I know the audio works. There's nobody's complained about the audio being bad yet. There we go. Regular full screen. Takes a man to wear a hoodie made for old ladies. I can't believe that you say that to me. All right.
What was that? Was that you just got a Tinder match? What was that?
No, that's one of the girls who are coming to the show. I got you on DM as my professional.
See, Chad Sanders is on Tinder.
I'm not on Tinder.
Man.
I'm not on any dating apps.
You should see how much damage he does.
I deleted all my apps, like all of them.
That's unfortunate.
I told you that. No, I'm good.
Oh, there we go. I got the.
I'm absolutely good. I don't need it. Let's see. I got you locked in as my professional photographer. All right. No, they'll be here in 10. No worries. They'll probably get here right when I'm
Late.
well, I mean,
this is what we're gonna discuss. You know?
What? What lateness?
Lateness and flaking. That's gonna be the first thing.
I do think. Honestly, I do think like my favorite thing in the world is when actually this is going to bring up. My favorite thing in the world is when a girl says, "I do not ghost." Those are the ones that ghost the most. 110%.
It's reprehensible.
Every time they say it, everyone goes, "Oh, I would never." They do it immediately. I ran into one girl that I went on maybe 2 days with, on the bus.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Hey, Chris," and she's like being all weird, like she's like, "You knew what you did." So I'm not mad about it.
The thing is, what I've noticed,
you know.
that's such a weird phenomenon. But you're right. There'll be some girls, they would have no hate towards me. It'll be all love when they interact with me later on.
Mm-hmm.
They know they didn't show up or
Right.
flaked or didn't, do what they were supposed to do or show up or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But they still come at you real nice, and they just seem really happy to see you and all that. It's confusing, but I've seen that before. I really don't understand how that works.
No, she immediately was like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
hey, I just got busy. Sorry. Want to hang out again?" I'm like,
It's like,
no.
oh my god.
"Nope.
No,
I'm good. I don't want to hang out again."
I don't want to make this time, and then, and the argument that I hear a lot of people say is, "Oh, I got better things to do." I'm a high value person. I got high value things to do, and that's bull crap. We all know, I'm gonna be honest. I have more important dumb things to do.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's my thing. It's not like I got something else important to do. I'm not goddamn, Queen of England or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Just got so much shit going on. No, I just, instead of potentially risking getting flaked by you again,
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather just fucking go shoot arrows or dig out a cave or something like I don't know.
Yeah, I mean you got a lot of
Something,
options.
yeah. Something else.
I played about. Peter says I played about Xbox 360 very briefly with you like 10 years ago. Haha. Good to see you're still doing your thing. Peter, holy crap, dude. What do we even play? Actually, I do remember that because I've only gotten on Xbox 360 and played with people like 3 times. One was you. One was with Scooter McGruder, who is still a somehow ongoing YouTube. He creates stuff all the
What the hell
time.
did you just say?
Scooter McGruder. That's his
Oh
name.
my lord.
No, he's a cool ass dude. He's cool.
Oh my god.
He's really cool. No, he like somehow found his way to like go ahead. He found his way to like make commercials for Nike through his YouTube channel. Like he figured it out. I don't know, but he never got a real job. He still does this to this day. Don't know how he did it.
Scooter.
Yeah,
Alright.
Scooter. Cameron is his
Gotta
real
hand it to
name.
him.
You-
Yeah.
Look him up. He's a pretty prolific YouTuber. Like he's been in and out of like social media stuff
So
forever.
Scooter McTutor? What?
Scooter McGruder.
Okay.
Big tutor. All right. Yeah, Peter. Honestly, I feel like I'm wondering if the algorithm isn't sending old people my way because I'm back making videos again. I guess technically according to them, because I'm re-listing my old videos that got pulled down little by little, like 5 a day, because I don't know what else to do. Because I'm like, I don't want to put up 1 a day because I have 1,000 videos. That's gonna take forever. That's gonna be over a year. So,
It's pretty terrible, man.
It sucks.
Somebody fucked you over. Man. But you know what? I actually think this is... it might be brilliant, actually. You can turn this negative into a positive. Because I heard how the algorithms work. The more you... And it's not really like a post. You're just activating the videos, right? You're just activating it so it can be seen by the public. But I heard, like, if you post a lot consistently over a certain period of time, the algorithm kind of clicks and then it...
That's what I'm
Yes,
thinking.
yeah.
I'm thinking that too. Like, so while I'm annoyed that I have to do it, I think if I post regularly, it'll kind of go, all right,
my goodness.
he's active. We're gonna feed him more because I did notice, like I said, I'm making more money with my old videos than I was with my new videos. So
Yeah.
I guess I'll just keep pushing them out and see what happens.
I think somebody did this to, in the strangest of ways. I think somebody did this to you to help you out.
I think that'd be weird.
Another
but
Tinder match. Oh, look at that.
that is that
Oh,
is
man.
Discord. I'm not
That
on
is-
Tinder. That's
oh,
Discord.
Lord, that is a land whale. Is that? Oh my God.
That is
that's who you're messing
that
around
is
with.
that is Discord.
Oh my God.
That is Discord.
This is embarrassing.
I have no dating apps.
This
That
is
is literally. I don't.
embarrassing. Oh, my
I'm-
God.
It's literally not Tinder. Like Frank,
Chad Sanders. Do you know who Gordita Cooney?
Eugenia Cooley.
Eugenia Cooney.
Oh no! Oh yeah, I know what it is. Do you know what it is? I do.
What the hell is that?
She's a woman. She's very, 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 very skinny. People think she has anorexia. We don't actually know. There's no confirmation.
Oh, he 100%,
No.
120%.
Nope. I would not.
Totally smashed. I seen
would
his
not.
type. I just seen his type.
No, you haven't.
It's like night and
There's
day.
nothing on my phone. It's missing.
Man.
Good God. I gotta get my phone up because I gotta wait for it to buzz people in. So.
Man, you should have seen it. Oh Lord. Hey, but
You know what's
everybody
fun?
needs some good loving.
You know what's
That's
fun? Saturday after we go to bingo. Or I go to bingo.
Sunday.
Sunday, yeah. We go to bingo.
Oh my! Tell him.
I mean, honestly.
What an idiot.
No, I'm not an idiot.
All right, you tell.
All right,
Oh my
so
God,
I'll tell
this
you-
pissed me off. All right.
I don't know why I pissed you off. All right,
Pissed me off.
So all right, we're hanging out, and this like, so this other older black man, right? He's like big and like nerdy. We start talking. Then this other guy, I think you might know him. He's like, "Hey, are you famous?" And I go, "Yeah, I might." And not really. I did YouTube videos for a while, but like I'm not like famous. You know what I'm saying? And he goes, I know you from somewhere. I know you from somewhere. And then one of the girls with him comes over and goes, "Are you famous? How do we know you?" I'm like, "You don't." And then,
Russians.
Yeah, sure.
Russians.
You said they were Poland.
Or Polish. Oh yeah,
Polish.
they were Polish.
You said they were Polish.
They're talking like Russian. You know
Yeah,
what
they
I'm
were.
saying?
I didn't know what they were, but they kept
Tashkas.
talking.
Ivanka. I heard
Yeah.
Ivanka. That was that girl's name.
Yeah,
Ivanka.
I don't remember. I was not. Yep.
Woo.
And so then I was gonna leave, and you text me. He goes, "Bro, stay."
Yeah.
I go, I don't care.
Are you crazy right now?
I don't care.
There were 3 hot
Yep.
Russian-looking Polish women.
That's cool.
Oh my
Okay.
God! They were right there.
Yeah.
And you saw that one. She was choosing on. The one Ivanka girl was right next to her. She was choosing hard. She was dancing like this and looking at me like doing like the snake charming type of thing.
And the
I
girl.
was like, "What are you doing? Why are you leaving?" He went to get some. He went to get some strange ass.
I went. No, it wasn't strange.
Probably from the same girl who
It
just
was
hit him
not.
up
It was
on
not. It
Tinder
was
right
not
now.
strange. It was regular. It is
Man.
great.
What is this? What a.
I was not. I did not leave anywhere for anything strange. I did nothing strange at all.
Absolutely reprehensible.
Nope. I left for something great. It was worth it.
Yeah, I pray. You know,
I would pass.
I wouldn't be able to sleep at night knowing I did some dumb shit like that.
I would pass up those Russian girls anytime.
Hey, you know.
Anytime. Not a problem. It wasn't dumb. I didn't need it. That was good. I'm not motivated about that anymore. Quote unquote you.
You know what? You got some damn nerve. Huh? Trying to put my shit against me. Huh?
No. I'm gonna be celibate for a while. So that's what I'm doing.
Oh, look at that. Huh?
All right, Shag got a couple. Shag got a couple sideways. Stop! You gotta stop the wheel. Oh God! All right, next stream. I'm driving to where you guys are going live. Hey, dude, come through. I told you, welcome anytime. I would love to have you. Let's see. Account balance.
Oh man, I'm telling you.
It's like it's life, man. I mean,
But yeah, it turns out she was like the Ivanka girl.
Yeah.
I added her on Instagram. She had like 10K followers or something like that.
I believe that.
Probably some. She was just in Miami. Like I think she might have been a porn star or some shit. Like
She was something. I believe it.
Yeah, she must have been. Yeah.
Oh, you know. Well, yes. Well, did you watch Love Is Blind? Did you care?
Oh, that Nate guy.
No,
No,
not him. No, it was a girl. It was
Oh, how people were saying I look like Nate.
Yeah, you do. Oh no, you know how to handle 3.
I don't even know what this guy
You
is.
do. You look just like him.
Uh-oh. That was Pornhub.
I keep hitting this button every time.
That was
God.
Brazzers.
No, I gotta talk to her.
This guy's got some strange shit on his phone.
All right, let it call.
Yeah.
All right, got me now.
This is
Hello?
so unprofessional.
Hey, hi. All right, I'm 211, so hit 211 on the dial, and I'll come let you guys in.
He's got some hoes.
All right. Yep.
All right, we're taking over this shit. Fuck this guy. All right. And he got long ass arms. Look at that. Wow. Oh my God. This is absolutely reprehensible. All Alright, while Chris is gone, if you guys have any questions you want to ask, any deep, dark secrets you want to know about Chris that he would never reveal in the light of day, please ask. You've got about probably a minute and a half. There you go. All ears. Yeah. Oh, I hear him coming. Be fast. Don't miss your shot. I'll tell you whatever you want to know. Nothing? Oh, shit. You guys are loyal supporters. Yeah. You guys are loyal. I like that. Alright. Oh, here they come. Oh.
So, it's your place. Oh, nice.
Outfitted for the podcast a little bit, so living room.
Hi,
Hey.
I'm Amelia.
Amelia, real pleasure. Frank, nice to meet
What's
you.
this? Thank you.
Our cookies.
Hi, I'm Alex.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing good.
Good.
Franklin.
Pleasure.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Rock cookies.
Yeah. Look at that. Thank you.
Had a little girls' night last night. We decorated cookies and
Yeah.
did sweet treats. I'm also on
Yeah.
antibiotics right now, so I brought a soda water.
Perfect.
Bad. Thanks for having us.
No problem. Should be fun.
Too late.
I'm excited.
And you guys want- Is this where you work?
So yes, my work room where I just do that, make YouTube videos, and hang out.
Oh my god,
Nice.
cool.
Yeah. So right now we're streaming live. People are like,
Yeah, you're being recorded.
What? Oh.
so the podcast streams live, but then it just that part goes down. We record.
How
the
many
actual
people
podcast.
watch it live?
Depends on the platform. We got, I think there's not a lot right now. Let's see.
Is this Twitch?
Yeah. So yeah, I'm streaming from. No, I'm using. This is actually the kiosk, but we are on Twitch, and let's see there. Twitch and YouTube and Twitter is in top.
Oh my god.
So right now, just starting with like 20 people, so not bad. So
Oh my gosh.
nothing crazy.
Oh yeah, pressure's on.
Yeah.
Be good at this.
The live recording. I'm like, I'm just talking about my Christmas cookies. Right?
Discuss whatever you
They're
want to
holiday
discuss.
cookies, inclusive.
Yeah. Yeah, so I just told your fans.
So
Sorry,
what?
I'm not
I just told your
getting
fans all your deepest dark
They
secrets.
already know.
You know what?
I'm very open with my fans.
These
They
are
know
some
everything.
loyal ass
They know
supporters
everything.
you've
I'm
got.
very open with my fans.
They know.
They weren't even
no,
trying to.
so
They didn't even.
so I've been
budge.
doing this like 10 years, right? Like YouTube, Twitch, all this stuff. So like I have like a lot of subscribers from YouTube. So I've known them for like years. So I've like shared my deepest, darkest secrets and
Oh my
like,
god, can I use your bathroom?
yeah, go for it, please. So,
So you've shared your deepest, darkest secrets?
oh yeah, no, I used to do a thing called adults only stream. I do it like at midnight,
Oh.
and then I would like tell like personal stories I don't feel comfortable telling
Yeah.
the public, and then those streams get taken down immediately after.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh my god.
How have you been?
I've been good. I just like I was supposed to go up to Wisconsin tomorrow for the holiday, but like with the storm and stuff, it's just like I'm just gonna go on Christmas Day.
I would,
Yeah, have you
that's
been?
right. Great. Cannot complain at all.
Yeah, good.
Like, I was gonna hang out again with John and Jeff for the next English match, but then like I'm like, you know what? They're probably not gonna win, and then John's not gonna be in a good mood, and I don't like when he's in a bad mood. So I'm like,
Yeah,
I'll sit that one out.
that's a good call.
And he wound up not being in a good mood.
Yeah. Did you watch the final on Sunday?
Oh my god, yeah,
Crazy.
it's crazy. It was nuts.
Yeah.
Like, did you watch it?
World
The final.
Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably the best sports thing I ever saw in my life.
It was crazy.
And I don't even care about sports that much.
Really?
It was the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
What happened?
Well, it was at first they were like, yeah, like, all right, they're up by 2. Then all of a sudden they tied. They kept going back and forth. It was all up to the goalies. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So never been a fan of soccer and all that.
No.
Always seemed like just too strenuous a sport. All this damn running.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't care about it, but I care now.
I just can't. I can't even see the damn ball going through the screen. It's like hockey. It's almost as bad as hockey. I can never
Yeah.
see the puck. I just keep looking. I'm like, oh man, I can't fall all that fast.
Yeah. I like hockey, but I don't know where the puck is most, like 75%
I
of the time.
can't. I'm like, my head's doing all this, and
Yeah.
I walk out of there with a goddamn crook in my neck.
Yeah.
In the game.
I don't know how they do it, but they're on skates, so they're better than me.
Yeah, and wearing like a bunch of equipment too.
Oh, yeah.
I could never.
I couldn't do it at all.
No.
So before we get started, I'm gonna ask a couple questions. Now, we got
okay.
one more guy coming, but he's gonna be late. So
Okay.
I already told you I was gonna do it. I was like,
Yeah.
Mo is the king of being late. I'm like, it's gonna happen. Doesn't matter. I have other seltzer waters in there too. And I was like, anything else you want?
Okay.
So do you have any topics you want to discuss? Anything you want to get into at all?
Yeah.
I have a couple in my head, but I want to throw it out there.
Okay. Well, I listened to the one that you sent. And I guess I'll kind of look to you guys because you know more about what you've already discussed previously.
Absolutely.
So versus I don't want to do a topic that you guys have covered recently.
Okay.
I didn't get through the whole podcast
It's
either.
long.
It is a little long.
It's long.
Episodes are a bit long.
No, it's super long. It was very long. That was that was the one with Kelly probably.
Okay.
Because that was like a super size. Like we don't normally go that
That was
long.
long.
Yeah.
But Kelly and Mo would not stop. I was like, well,
Yeah, there was a lot of interesting stuff. So you guys kind of let us know.
I've got a few already pulled up.
Oh yeah, let's
Nice.
hear 'em.
Yes.
Okay. So,
Because once I hear those, I might get some ideas.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay, so I'll just talk you through these. So one, can you successfully remain friends with an ex?
Ooh, that's an interesting one.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay,
that's a
okay.
good one.
Another one, would you rather meet the love of your life knowing you won't work out, or never meet them, sparing yourself the pain?
Ooh, that's a good one too.
Would you attend a breakup school?
What does that mean?
So actually in Cosmo, the magazine, there's a little thing you can pay for to learn you how to deal with a breakup appropriately. And would you actually spend money to do that? Is it worth your time? Lastly, bitter lovers. It's something that happened to me fairly recently.
Yeah.
Bitter?
Bitter. Like someone you ended it with them even though it was for good reasons and you were nice about it and they're now angry and cursing your name and they're scorned.
I feel like the first and last one kind of go together. Or the can you be friends with an ex
Right.
and then the bitter lovers. Those are kind of related, yes?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Similar?
Yeah.
So can we wrap situationships
Absolutely.
into...
Oh.
Yeah, I like that
Oh,
topic.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I like those actually.
Always October. Low.
What do you
link
say?
to-
Is that Kelly? It's not Kelly. No, Kelly was a
not.
girl in the last podcast.
Which one do they think is Kelly?
Yeah, who do you think is Kelly? Good question. I'll let you guys figure it out. When is that? Dr. Umar.
What?
So Dr. Umar is this psychologist
Uh-oh.
that is purely against interracial dating.
Oh.
He's against it. He goes,
Have you had him on the
he's not-
podcast?
No.
Yeah, I was like, so
First of all,
why? Who's...
No, he's big. He's really big. But he has his own sub friend with this Pan-African society that he wants to create. But he's like, you should never mix the races. Oh
my God.
It's boring and all this stuff.
Jesus.
Racism is
Why-
so
why does he
weird.
believe
I'm not a fan.
Why does he believe that?
I don't know. It's kind of funny. I don't know.
To me, I actually think that's so interesting. I feel like racism is so unoriginal. I can find a reason. I can usually meet someone and find a reason to not like them that has nothing to do with their race, ethnicity. Is a wholly original reason that they're annoying. I think racism and boiling that down is so. It's so weird because it's literally a social construct for you to be I don't believe these two people could have a connection because of external social constructs that we have built is so flat. It's saying people can't have original connections or
It's a
ideas that
turn-taker
exist
off, yeah.
outside of society. It's so dumb to me. I
agree.
hate that person.
I think I've always said, actually, I can't stand myself for that reason. I've always said it before. I'm when I was growing up, my mom was a little bit racist. I'll give her that. And she always said, well, here's the thing. Because, what happened in the past. She's like, well, if you put your hand in a barrel of snakes, you're going to get bit. I go, right. But what if, in my experience, I've been bit by more black snakes? Maybe not, right? Because
Yeah.
I've been around more black people. That's how I grew up. And I'm so what if the white people around me are also really nice to me and they don't treat me that way? So are they snakes or not? And she goes, well, you're not playing the odds. I go, well, you have to look at each individual as a person and not the entire race. And that's been my entire idea around people from day one.
Yeah.
Who are you? How do you treat me?
Yeah.
Not what do you look like? Where did you grow up? Because I can learn from you. It's just different.
Yeah.
One thing I can tell you with damn near certainty is that most people who believe racism is seriously a bad thing in today's world, especially in a country like the United States, usually they'll have some sort of a victim mentality, a pretty bad one too. And it's coming, some of the most racist people I've ever interacted with are other black people. Because I'm not traditionally like American black.
You're African, right?
Nigerian, yeah.
Oh, cool. Nice.
So it's like some of the most racist people I've ever met were the people who were calling me African booty scratcher when I was in the 2nd grade. So it's just dumb shit like that. It's just it's sort of like it was a funny thing back then to just say it was just dumb shit. But some of the most and I would notice it would be people who just felt like they were victims of the man, victims of fate, victims of their upbringing, family, and all that. And people who escape that mindset generally they genuinely ignore race. It's not even a thing for them. It's completely not even a factor in anything. So.
Are your parents from Nigeria?
I'm from.
Yeah. You're from Nigeria. Okay. So I have 2 really good friends, and their brothers and their parents are immigrated from Nigeria, and I didn't know this, but did you know? Isn't it like the immigrant group that is the most likely to like do well, like the most successful immigrant group in the U.S. is Nigerians? Like statistically.
Not to toot my own horn, but
like right? No, like
I know it.
and
damn right.
like I think he mentioned it, and then I think I looked into it too. That statistically, the Nigerians come in and they transfer really well, and that I can look at his family and know like he's a lawyer, his sister's a doctor, his dad's a doctor, his mom works for like social work in prisons, his brother is getting like a dual MBA and like diet like he was like, yeah, like no, we do great here. I was like, you guys do.
That's very much the case in most Nigerian families. Most people I've interacted with who are also Nigerian. The same thing is true. We just come in with a different mindset.
Yeah.
And a link to, you're funny, man. He probably thought you were from Djibouti.
That's a real place.
Yeah, it's funny. Cracked me up. But it's just it's a mindset thing, and most people who come from really, honestly, God, any other country besides the United States, if you have someone who immigrates into the United States from another country, even though they'll come in, they'll have nothing but a penny to their name. The mindset they'll come in with, it's the hustler's mindset, and they'll be like, this is the city, or this is the country of opportunity, and within 5 years they'll be doing something. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got people who've lived here for 45 years and still doing the same damn thing, have regressed in their own life. So it's
interesting.
Yep.
Yeah.
so race, all that shit doesn't play into anything.
I made the comment once. Okay, I met a friend who's a millionaire, right? And I kind of want to do that. I'm like, how do I do that, right? And he goes, figure it out. You got you got 60 years. Figure it out. He goes, you can't figure it out in 60 years. You didn't want to do it. That's the whole thing. He goes, you didn't try. He goes, there's a way to make money any kind of way you can do it. Try. He goes, just try. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet, but I'm gonna try.
A YouTuber.
Well, yeah, I mean that's
Look at you. You got fans.
Yeah.
I got people.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. I'm glad. Like we were both like, do you think we're gonna be on camera at all?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know, but I'm glad we planned for this.
Yeah.
I thought I warned you, so I'm sorry.
Oh no,
Oh, it's
I don't know.
okay.
You maybe did.
Oh, good.
You maybe
But
did.
either way, so I was gonna give. And most said he said it'd be closer to 7, so we just start.
I'm
So,
disappointed.
so what our options? Our options were.
I mean, we can do all of them.
We have time.
Yeah, we got plenty of time.
Yeah, so there was it was can you be friends with an ex?
Yep.
Then kind of like bitter endings to relationship / situationship / whatever. And then it was a breakup school.
Yep.
Which that was an interesting one because I feel like that's just like therapy with either a therapist or your friends is like the same way. And then what was the other one?
Or would you rather meet the love of your life, knowing you won't work out,
Ooh.
or never meet them at all, sparing yourself the pain of the loss?
I feel like this is like the whole tone of all of these is like breakup-y vibes.
A little bit.
So
Again.
yeah, like I don't mind it. I think we can do all of them.
Yeah.
You can tell what recently just happened.
Oh no!
Thanks,
Yeah.
thanks,
That's
Abby.
okay.
You're
I'm
fine.
sorry.
You're good. It's been a while, but
gonna take this cookie
I'm
out.
good. I'm on the man.
I also maybe because I've been kind of grappling with this. I also and this has happened to me a bunch of times, and I think that my feelings are valid, but like, I guess in terms like etiquette, in terms of like somebody that you're like either like a situationship with or like friends with benefits with or something, like making a move, like hooking up with somebody else in front of you, or like doing something like making out with somebody else in front of you or something. Like, is that like a kosher thing or not kosher?
No.
thing?
What is,
Ooh, like, what are
first
the
of all,
boundaries?
pause.
Yeah.
I think first thing we absolutely must do here is define what exactly is a situationship. What is that?
Define it.
Are we recording now? Is this
Yeah, you know,
in the
I
podcast?
was doing it for the sound, so I can make sure that we got good
Okay.
levels. We have great levels, so I know to
Okay.
start at officially the podcast has started at the 7-minute mark. So I'll just cut from the earlier stuff and go there.
Okay. So I have so many feelings on what a situationship is, and I think that modern day dating is just heinous. And I
Agreed.
think
Agreed.
back in the day,
Heinous.
like there, because now we have like talking stages that then go into like situationships, that then go into like dating. But some people define dating as being in a relationship. Other people define dating as like you're going on dates,
Right.
right? And then there's obviously like we're exclusive. There are people that define that now there's an extra level. So I used to think it was like talking, you're not exclusive, but you're going on dates.
Right.
And then you're in a relationship.
Right.
And that exclusivity. No,
That's what I
now,
thought too.
no.
No?
You guys, now there is a phase where people are deciding that they're exclusive,
Right.
but they're not in a relationship.
What is that?
Oh, I heard about this,
Okay.
and a friend was like, "Oh, well, I'm with this guy she's been seeing, who she's now in a full blown relationship with." But she's like, "We're exclusive, but we're not in a relationship." And I said, "What the fuck does that? Are we allowed to swear?"
Yeah.
Okay, so what the fuck does that actually mean?
So the kids.
And I was like, "What does that even mean?" She's like, "Well, it means that we're not dating or seeing anyone else, but we're not ready to like call it a relationship yet." And I was just like, "That's stupid.
Yeah.
Like what you're doing is stupid." But this is I'm on TikTok and social media, and I've heard other people talk about this and saying like, "Oh, like I'm with somebody and we're deciding that we're not seeing other people, but we're
Right.
not yet in a relationship." Why would you do that?
My only thought
Right.
is that it's a technicality of seeing other people, meaning like you're not pursuing anyone else, but if you happen to sleep with them, it's not a big deal. 'Cause you're not really together.
No, yeah,
Or
like
if you make
there's-
out with somebody else,
yeah.
not a big deal.
I know, but I think it's like I don't know, I love like I think this is like, I feel like for whatever reason we live in a world where people are like so scared, or like relationships have become such like a negative connotation where it's like, how can I stretch out as much time as possible before I have to be in a relationship? And it's like, relationships can be very positive things, even if they don't end, or even if they don't last and they end, like they can still be something that like adds a lot of value to your life. It's like okay to like want, and now I just feel like people are like talking stage, situationship where we're going on dates but we're not fully together. Okay, we're exclusive but we're still not in a, like
Yeah.
people want to drag it out as much as possible. Why?
So you said relationships, or not relationships, the dating process is heinous.
I think it is, yes.
And I kind of want to understand a little bit more why you think that.
Alex.
Or if you,
Okay.
There you go.
Where do we start? Okay, so
Are you an expert?
I'm an expert on on being in stages of relationships like that are like don't get
Oh.
serious. Okay, so I think that one of the big reasons why dating is so heinous these days is because there's like, similar to what you were saying about like people stretching out the time before you get into like a solidified relationship. I think it's just there's so much like you don't have that accountability, and people will, as long as they can, try to be in a position where you have less accountability. I can't count the amount of times that it's been thrown in my face by like some asshole who like does something douchey in front of me, who like I either have a history with or like just have like ask for basic human decency in front of. Like, we're not even together. I'm like, that's not my point, but
Right.
like, okay, like I guess you can weaponize that if you want to in your weird brain. But I also think one of the reasons too is like, I think our sense of communication is super warped, like especially with phones. You could meet somebody at a bar and you talk to them for 20 minutes and you text them every day for a month, and I feel like there's a sense of like, I know this person, but you really don't.
Right.
Like, just because you're in constant communication doesn't mean you know them at all.
No.
And like,
Yeah.
even if you've been seeing somebody for 3 months, you still don't really know that person, but like you could be following them on Instagram or whatever and like seeing their life, but it's like they're
It's
not
curated.
right. It's curated, and it's not like you're the only one seeing this. It's like there's other people seeing this, and I think that's also really warped our sense of like how well we know people as well.
Right, I agree with that. But I think that too, like going back to the first thing you said, I do feel like if someone's trying to like do like, you know, mess up things in front of you, but go, well, we're not really together, and what nice in that, that means a respect issue. Because
Totally.
like, if they respect you as a person, they will not do that. I have a friend who's been seeing this guy. She originally was going to move away and go to New York. That was the original plan. She really liked him. She decided, you know what, I might stay. And as soon as she decided she's staying, his entire attitude shifted because he was super sweet. He was into it, the whole 9 yards. Now she's staying. He's like, nah. So they go out together, they're hanging out. They're going out as friends. They're still sleeping together regularly. And kind of like you said, he like got a girl's number right in front of her. And she got pissed. He goes, you're not my girlfriend. You can't do that.
Oof.
And while that's true, you've been sleeping with her for several months. She has feelings. And he's like not respecting that at all.
Yeah.
And to me, that just means that he kind of was hanging out with her to like have a little fun while she was here. And then when she leaves, like, cool, back to my thing.
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of people do that, unfortunately.
Yeah. I actually had something not like similar, but I started seeing one of my really good guy friends, probably like my best guy friend, and he hopefully might be listening. He probably will listen to this podcast, and so it's fine. I would say this to his face. I have.
Have I met him?
No.
Okay.
But we've been friends for 3 years, and we started seeing each other. We're like, start kind of hooking up, more like friends with benefits, and then kind of leaned into like, oh, we really like each other. Long story short, it didn't work out. He couldn't kind of like give me the level that I was looking for, so we kind of called it. And I had like a hard time with it, probably because
or
what? He was not meeting. I ended it.
You ended it,
but
okay.
he was not. He put me in a position where I had like no choice. Not that he was getting girls' numbers in front of me. He just like wasn't really like trying to. I felt like spend time with me, or like he just wasn't giving me the level that I would require to even like consider somebody a potential partner to date.
Gotcha.
So I was the one who called it, and we talked about it the next day, and he was like, I'm bummed about it, and I wish I could have given you more. You do deserve more. I meant, like, he wasn't just saying it, like, he meant these things. He's like, I'm really sorry. And like, I could tell when I added things, he was sad, you know? And he's like, I need to work on myself. Flash forward a couple months later, he texts me. We were all going to Lollapalooza, and he texts me. I'm there Friday with a bunch of our friends. He's like, hey, are you going to Lolla, you know, tomorrow? And I was like, what's up? And he's like, full disclosure, I've been on a couple dates with a girl. I really want to take her to Lolla. I'm assuming I'll meet up with the crew. I want to make sure you're, like, not upset by that. Which, at the end of it, was like, what was I supposed to say? Like, don't go to Lolla with her? Like,
Right.
Yeah.
but I was pretty, like, annoyed. And because we had kind of hooked up a week earlier. And I was like, oh, I kind of feel trashy. And all my guy friends were like,
So you guys had...
we had broken up. We had ended things for like 2 months, and then the weekend prior, we kind of just had like a night.
How'd you
And
do?
I didn't think anything of it. I wasn't like, we're gonna get back together.
Right.
But I was like, oh, that's a little fresh. And my guy friends were like, he respects you. Like he's reaching out to tell you this ahead of time
That's
because
true.
he cares.
Yeah.
And he has never picked up a girl in front of me or anything. And like now it's fine. Like
Right.
now he's seeing someone, I was seeing someone. It's like totally fine. But I did feel that mutual respect
Yeah.
there.
Honesty. Like,
That
yeah,
like
honesty.
we wouldn't do that necessarily in front of each other, especially when it was fresh, or like him caring enough. But like a lot of other guys, yeah, they don't give a shit.
No.
Yeah.
You used the word, and thanks for sharing that. That was...
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'll share my personal
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Some of
that's-
it. Some of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mentioned that guy that you were talking to, you used the word asshole. You called him an asshole, and you were still kind of dealing with him and messing around with him, but you called him an asshole. Why'd you use that word particularly?
I think because so I'm
a
very
great question.
That
Oh,
is
it
a
is
good question. I'm
I love
very Midwestern and also mentally ill, and I'm really like I have really like pretty like moderate to severe anxiety, and I like have really strayed away in the past from like I would sacrifice my boundaries and like my feelings to be like, well, I'll just leave. I don't even want to do this. But in the last, like, actually ever since the pandemic, when I started like going to therapy more, my therapist was like, just say what you mean. Like, obviously, there's restrictions with that. But, you know, if it's something that, like, if this was, like, in the grand scheme of things, a lower stake situation where I could say what I mean and how I feel. And I was like, what do I have to lose? This person obviously doesn't respect me.
Right.
And I should, like, this has happened a couple times, but like the last 2 times it's happened, I've had like the gall. Two among a C, but like the first time it happened, that's when I was like, you're being an asshole. Because I was like, this person, I don't think has ever had somebody stand up to them like this either, like in the situation. I was like, well, I'm fine being that person because I don't, you know, even if this is a bridge that I've burned, like, that's okay. Like, I'm not going to miss this person in my life because I'm obviously, like, we're not bringing anything good into each other's lives anymore. But I did have a situation a couple years ago where I was seeing a guy pretty consistently for a couple weeks, and then, like, everything was, like, going really well. I was kind of appalled at how well it was going, and then he texted me and, you know, it sucked, but he was like, you know, I've been seeing somebody else starting to get serious. I like think you like, you know, this never happened before. I just wanted to let you know I don't want to like just disappear. I was like, I appreciate that. Like, that's all it takes. Like, just like a heads up, or like, I mean, it doesn't like lessen the blow, but it's at least it does like insinuate that like you care about this person's feelings enough to not just like.
Did you guys stay friends after that?
We talked a couple more times, but it was. We weren't really friends. It started off as us just, like, being into each other right away. So, and it was during, like, before the vaccine came out. So I was like, well, you already had to be, like, kind of selective about who you hang out with. And I was like, yeah. So, but that was a good experience.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to add something really quick, sorry, to the situationship conversation, because something I've noticed, there's like this fear of relationships. So what people do is they hide behind these situationships, and these situationships will last months.
Right.
In some cases, literally years. These men will treat these women like they are their girlfriends. They will introduce them to their family, their friends. They will do all of the things, but the second this girl's like, can we put a label? It's like, no, we can't be in a relationship. And I don't know, and a lot of times, at least from what I've heard, the men aren't even seeing other people.
Right.
Like, they're really not.
Right.
Like, they're like, no, I'm only with you, and I'm not trying to sleep around. I'm not ready to be in a relationship for whatever reason.
I'll tell you why.
And I would love to hear why. But the dumbest part of that is, and this is what causes me, like, literal rage, and I would love to do a whole podcast about this. Just because you don't have a label on it doesn't mean that feelings don't develop.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, well, we never put a relationship label, and as a result, I only caught feelings up. Like, we're not robots. Like, I didn't just only catch feelings up to a situation level. Like, you catch feelings, and your feelings don't, your brain doesn't know, and your feelings don't know that if you're acting like you're in a relationship and he's treating you like one, it's not like your heart is just like, hey, this is only a situationship, we cap out here. So to me, it's a very stupid thing when people are like, I don't want to put a label on it because, like, what if it doesn't work out? And then it's like, you're getting hurt anyways. If you are in one of these months, like, congrats. Like, you're getting fucked either way.
Yeah.
So you might as well push for what you actually want and not be, like, so scared of it. Just be in a real relationship that ends than these stupid ass
Like partial things
where you're in a relationship but you can't actually call him your boyfriend, but somehow you're still meeting each other's parents.
Right, and you're still sitting together all the time.
Like, this is the darkest timeline of dating, and we are in hell.
Wait. You said meeting parents?
Yes, I know people that have
meeting
met
parents, but you're not considering them a potential real partner.
No, they will bring, like, I've heard of stories. Yes, I'm looking at the camera. Yes, I have heard of stories where these men do it, I think more than women, where men are like, oh, like, do you want to come to, like, lunch with my parents? And meanwhile, like, these girls are like, oh my God, like, or I'm meeting his friends, I'm meeting all these people, and they think it's something, and the guy truly does care about them.
Right.
And it's like, well, yeah, he cares about you, and he's not going to treat you like shit, which is a whole other conversation where women, when a man doesn't treat them like garbage, think like, oh, he's going to give me everything I want. It's like, no, he just treats you with basic decency.
Yep.
But, like, it's insane. And I was recently in one where he was like, oh, you can come, like, meet my brother, like, come out to, like, this thing. And then, like, he's like, oh, I'm not looking for a relationship. It's like,
well, here's the next question. So Now, I've done something like that before, similar once or
Yeah,
twice.
let's
talk
about it.
Because at the time I've done that, I was not over my current ex, or whatever the current ex was at the time. I was not over them yet. But I still would kind of like want to get out there and like figure stuff out, or maybe like a thing happened and it's like, oh, we're just hooking up, cool. I really like you, but I'm not ready to like fully commit yet. I still want to explore it. I wouldn't have to meet my parents. I'll say that much.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I'm like, I'm almost kind of like, okay. I've had them. I feel so bad about this. One girl's like, hey, can you start planning like real dates, not just hooking up in the middle of the night? I'm like, yes, we can absolutely do that. And so we started going on dates.
If
It
you
felt
have to
weird.
ask a man
I
to
agree
plan
with you.
dates for you,
I agree with
boo,
you.
you have already lost.
Yeah.
I agree. Because she got mad at me later, and I was like, listen, the thing is, I never felt that way towards you. We were hooking up and stuff, but it wasn't what I wanted. Go ahead.
Sorry, I have
Go
a
ahead.
question though. Okay,
Please,
so instead, so I just want to know the
I'll
perspective.
answer.
So were you afraid of like, did you not know yet that you didn't want anything like beyond hooking up with her, or like were you afraid of like
I think
having that conversation?
I hadn't explored it with like fully with her yet, and
Sure.
I think I kind of like
Yeah.
it's like I don't know you yet, but we're still doing this, so we kind of think
Right.
like we start hanging out. That's what happened first, and it kept happening every time we hung out.
Yeah.
I was trying to get to know her through that process.
Yeah.
But I also was like, I don't know, kind of like I already know already, and I think to some degree, a little bit A, a little bit of B. Like I was not ready to have a
Right.
conversation.
And yeah,
so I feel like
totally.
I liked hanging out with her, but also didn't like, you're not gonna be my girlfriend. I kind of knew in the back of my head.
I'm proud of her for
'Cause
saying something.
I know. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm glad she did too. She asked me like, hey, are we gonna go on dates or not? I'm like, yeah, we probably should. Thing is, the first time this ever happened to me, I wound up getting married. And now divorced.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Yeah. I was hanging out with a girl, like right out of college. We were like hooking up, and at that point in my life, I was celibate. So we were just making out in cars.
Involuntarily.
No, voluntarily celibate. It was a choice. And we were making out in the back of a car, and she's like, "So what is this?" And I kind of felt bad, and like, I don't know. And then she's like, "If you don't know what it is, we're ending it." And like.
You got married? You
And
married
then we
her?
should probably end it. I didn't marry that day, but it took
Okay.
6 years later. But
Okay.
yeah, we dated for 6
Oh.
years, but then became relationships.
Simp tales.
It's not I fell for it. I mean, it happened later, but at the beginning of it was we just hanging out. So it can happen. Like I am very much a commitment person. But when I'm like on my like, I'm single, I'm like try to stay that way.
Yeah.
So
I also just have to say too, in these situations, at least in my experience with it, I feel like we've talked about this where there are some guys who are like, I just need to be single right now. It's like, okay, so you have a line of women at the door who want to like date you.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, like let's just back up a second here. Like if you don't want to date me, that's fine, but like let's be real about this.
yeah, I mean,
Like-
I mean, girls do the same thing. I've had girls be like, "Well,
So,
I'm not going to date right now," and then you get a boyfriend the next week.
no, I want to talk about that
All right, go ahead,
because
please.
I, as a woman, I like 2 people a year. Like, I will meet 2 men a year
Yeah. Sure.
that I actually would see possibly pursuing something with. And that's, like, not a lot, right?
Right.
So, like, I don't have the luxury of just blocking out several months and being like, I'm not open to anything right now because, like, it happens so infrequently, right? Whereas then men can just be like, oh my god, like I'm just not open to anything for the next like 2 years, and then still end up
In a relationship.
in a relationship. And
Immediately.
I have a theory that it's because men are more willing to settle, and that we should table that for another podcast day. I don't know if we want to go that today.
Ooh. No. We
Well,
gotta
you
talk
said
about that.
that.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
I said that.
So,
I said
Wait,
that
so
grenade
I
hurled.
don't think men are willing. I don't think men are willing to sell. Go ahead. Jump
so
in.
this is
Jump
tied
in.
into
Oh my God.
what I wanted to say earlier. You hit it right on the spot because you said as a woman, and I think that's key because it's, you know, in intersexual dynamics, men and women behave almost completely differently.
Yeah.
We react differently. We process things differently, and you know. It's almost like the way you were explaining it before. How you were saying, oh, you know, well, a guy should, you know, he will develop feelings and, you know, he'll feel things too. So why not just accept that this is a relationship and or stop saying that this is just a situationship. We're just gonna keep on, like keeping on and keep on going with whatever. Let's just call it what it is because we all feel this way. And I think with that, you're projecting your
Maybe
emotional
more
desires.
the women's side, yeah. Yeah, I can
Exactly,
see that.
yeah.
That's I think maybe for the women that stay, I think maybe that's a great point. I think maybe I was referencing more to the women that stay in these situationships. And the one thing I would ask of these women is, like all women, is to stop doing this.
Yeah, I agree.
Because women that stay in these situationships, when you stay in it and you allow it to happen, you create now where guys think that this is a thing that they can fucking do.
Yep.
And then it sets us all back. And women, I have a lot of theories. Hookup culture, it hurts women and it benefits men. It's not feminism at all. Yeah, it's great. Women can go sleep around and not be slut shamed.
Right.
Like, I got out of a relationship, a 6-year relationship. I had to kind of like do my thing for a little bit. But overall, women are just built a little bit differently and how they connect emotion to sex. And I almost feel like the way hookup culture is, especially for the younger generation, I feel a lot for them, is like, you're almost like shamed if you want a relationship, or like you actually are looking at that. It's like, oh, like you're needy and you like just want to like get a guy and like just like, it's like, no, it's okay to say, I don't want to have casual sex and an energy exchange with a bunch of random people, and I certainly don't want to do it with somebody that won't commit to me in the long term, but I stay in the hopes of changing him. And therefore, we as women, by participating in situationships, are empowering men to think that they can keep doing it.
Yeah, honestly,
I completely agree with what you said, and even furthermore, I would say that if women would just be upfront and say no sex until we secure a relationship. Then,
yes, I would love to see that.
Are you Patty?
I think that's a solution.
I would actually love you read my mind. I would love to see it.
You must secure a relationship before you get sex, and the thing is, and backing off of the point you just made about relationships and people kind of being not really wanting relationships nowadays. They're saying too needy and all that stuff. I think at the core, a big part of relationship, what's the underpinning of a relationship? There is some, what's the end game with being in a relationship? You would hope to enter a relationship so you can, start some sort of, maybe get married at some point, which would lead to starting some sort of functional family unit.
Yeah, right, exactly. You don't get into a relationship thinking that it'll end. No one's like, I'm in this relationship and it's probably going to end. Like it might, and sometimes depending on how young you are, it's likely, but nobody goes into it with that. You go into it earnest, hoping
something will work out.
People we don't have the right sort of, we don't see the end game, like this is what I want, and most people don't even want that, or most people don't even know what they want. So these relationships just end up being fugazi. So.
Well, I would say like for the situationship stuff, and like women who stick in it for like long hauls, I think it not only benefits the guy who's in it. I think it benefits guys who actually want relationships, because I've had a situation where the last girl I dated, she was in one for 13 months. And over a year, he wasn't ever your boyfriend. He never committed to you at all. And as soon as she met me and she knows I was a commitment person, she was like, yeah, I'm in, 110%. And we were on dating for 8 or 9 months. It was great because she immediately was like, I know what I want, you know what you want. Because I wasn't going to play that game. I even told her, I don't want to do that to you. And I'll tell you immediately, I'm not into it or I am into it. It just depends.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Sure.
Because just based off of my brief interactions with you, you guys seem like what I would deem and I hate saying this phrase, I feel like male podcasters took it over, high quality men, and that you're men that are open to dating, that kind of understand that. Do you ever have men, maybe not you, I just met you,
we're the opposite.
But even you saying I was celibate by choice, that's very unique to hear any man at any point in his life say I was choosing to be celibate. So I feel the reason I say this is that do you guys ever, maybe this the prop what you serve, maybe this is the function you serve, do you ever have these trashier men that love situationships on the podcast to counteract? Is this you?
Of course, it's him.
Is this his
That's
role?
Him. That's him, totally.
Okay, great, love it.
I had
love it. Okay, all right. This is what I'm getting at. I was I just don't feel like you represent I feel like you represent a very
he goes under the radar,
high quality portion, a man that's I'm dating an open to commitment and like
Yeah.
think that that's a good thing.
My goal is always commitment. I mean, the only thing I want, I don't want STDs. 2, I don't want to wear condoms, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
3, I like cuddling and crap. Like, I like all that stuff. I want to, like, build towards something, I want a family. Like, I've always seen that for myself. So that's what I'm looking for. I constantly am searching for that. But in the interim, if I don't have that, I'm okay with the other stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Are you honest with the girls that you're seeing? Are you guys honest with these women?
I'll be honest, I have to be, because I have tried in the past to, like, be like Mr. Casual, but I know I present myself in a certain light, in a certain way. Like, I know how I come across. Like, I come across as a relationship person.
Yeah.
I know that. That is my persona. That's who I am. So I'm well aware that women will go, well, oh, wow, he's really nice. Oh, wow. You get excited. I have to be like, I'm not there yet. I have to tell them. Because otherwise, then people get really strong feelings and they do crazy stuff later.
Yeah, he's got some stories.
I got some stories. You have to be honest. You have to.
Yeah. I'm not saying women are perfect, by the way.
I'm not bashing women either.
No, but I'm just saying I
women
don't
are crazy.
believe that it's like all that the problems we have with dating are 100% men.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've heard stories from the other side, and I've seen some women act kind of. I hate saying crazy, but so I'm not saying that, but.
I had a girl take me to court once, and she just lied. It was a lie. She filed an affidavit against me, stating harassment, and I'm like, what did I do? Right? So I'm reading the thing. I got a new girlfriend like 3 weeks after we broke up, but that only occurred because I just kind of was like hanging out, met this girl. We had a really good connection. I don't know what it was. It was just there. And she and I were like writing each other like goodbye letters that we were being sappy. I mentioned in the letter, hey, just so you know, I've moved on. I met somebody else. She had also moved on because she decided she wanted to explore her sexuality with women. So she told me about the girl she was dating, so I thought we were good.
Yeah.
So we're
We're on the same page. Awesome.
Right.
Both like women. Let's go.
I post a photo of me and the new girl on my Instagram, and she loses it. She loses it. She starts writing me all this stuff. She's like, I can't believe it, blah, blah, blah. I didn't know she was that pretty. I can't handle this. And like, just block me. It's fine. So then I mentioned on one of these podcasts, actually, and I can legally now do this. I'm like, oh, my ex-girlfriend's like being crazy. I don't know. We were both on the up and up. I told her what happened. I said in the podcast, and it's still up here to this day. I'm like, hey, I'm sorry that we're going through this. I think we're both better than this. I apologize if I hurt you. Period. That was stated as harassment. That was one of the things. And then she made a bunch of stuff. It was weird. She made a bunch of dates.
Did she hire an attorney for this?
No, that's the hilarious part. So I did, because I got nervous, because I've never been in trouble a day in my life.
Right,
Yeah.
So I'm like super paranoid. I don't want anything on my
Good
record at
call.
all.
Yeah.
So I hired an attorney. We showed up to the thing. It was on Zoom. And the first court, what do you call it?
The hearing? Yeah.
I don't know. So we show up, and he goes, ma'am, do you have an attorney? And she goes, no. I had one. And so she had to go and get one. So then we had a second thing. My attorney went through all the evidence, found that she had lied distinctly on like 3 of the dates she listed. She goes, yeah, he was harassing me and he was saying all this stuff. She was sending me nudes on those days. Like, I was not harassing her. I mean, she and I were like mutually still hooking up and talking, working through the breakup. So like, it didn't make any sense. So it made no sense that she even chose those dates. Why would you pick those dates so I can prove it on text?
Did you? I was gonna say, like, to make those, like, to say that stuff, especially when there's paper trails of all of it,
Yeah.
like when you could easily be like, wait, let's,
It made-
That's unhinged.
It made
That's
no- it made
someone who's not
No sense.
functioning with
So,
the
right.
full deck.
At all. Think it was crazy. It was crazy before we broke up. I can say this full my carte blanche. She was probably one of the best girlfriends I ever had. She was so sweet. She was so nice. There was just something missing. I don't know what it was. And then she was like, oh, also, like, I think I want to explore my sexuality. I'm like, yeah, you should go do that. And if we get back together, we do. But otherwise, all good.
Yeah.
So it's insane to me that that's what came out. And that's probably what was missing. I didn't see it, but I could feel it.
Yeah.
And you know where all this comes from? And again, I can't speak from the perspective of a woman, but I've watched enough of them that I can at least paint
Watch
a
women?
picture.
Do they know you're watching them?
That doesn't seem safe.
I've observed. Oh, that's
Well,
sounds
most
even
dating
worse,
problems say are 90% women's fault. Doug.
Okay, Doug.
Doug Funny.
Wait, can I call you Doug?
Douglas Funny. Keep that name in mind.
Wait,
Douglas.
Douglas Funny, why do you think that? Also, I can't believe that. Wow. Why do you think that?
Yeah, so how you feel that? Don't wait for him. It's going to be a while. Just talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also asked what's everyone's current relationship status.
Oh. Do you guys want to go? We're around the table.
Are you in a situationship?
don't.
Do you want us to come
I
back
don't-
to you? Do you need a minute to
I
think
don't.
through
I
this?
don't date.
I am legally single.
I don't date. It's pointless in the United States. It's pointless.
Legally.
I'll go somewhere else. I don't date. I just.
Are you you really?
It's pointless.
Wait, what's that? What's that movie you
He
mentioned?
says it so calmly.
Wait. What's that movie you mentioned?
Passport
Passport
Bros.
Passport Bros. Yeah, are you a Passport Bro?
I'm like I believe in the.
You know what this is?
ideology.
No.
It's men who don't believe in dating women in the U.S. because they feel like they've been tainted by what feminism and whatnot.
It's just you
I don't know.
like you can still be. I think the worst part about it all is you could be you could be coming up, you could be 24 years old, maybe 23 or 22, just out of college or something like that. You're coming up, you got a good job, maybe you're making 100K, maybe a little bit over that.
Sure.
And you're doing great, and maybe you're not a Chad type, but
What's
you're.
Chad?
You know, you got all the Chad features. You know,
Like
typical
strong
one.
jaw
you,
line.
you.
I'm not a Chad.
Chad Sanders.
Shout
But,
Are you talking about Chad physical or Chad like emotional? Where
emotional
they're-
Chad. Oh.
like where they're like, I feel like a Chad is like really like likes to go out and is fun. They can
Physical,
usually they
yeah.
can usually carry a conversation with a woman, even if they can't offer her much emotionally beyond that. They're a lot of times can be like charismatic, kind of fun type guys.
I
but
think
yes.
I'd lean more on the physical side, and
Yeah.
then maybe like the charisma could come into it as well. But yeah. The charisma, I'd pair it there too, but mostly like the physical, the looks and everything. If you don't fit it's a certain look. And you know, kind of that Chad look. You know,
Yeah.
it's usually square. You know, features, muscles, all this. You know, the typical look. That sort of the hot guy type
Yeah.
look. But these are average guys, and they actually went to college and got a good degree, and they were ignored by most women. Even women who are actually on their level, they're ignored. And it's something I observe all the time. I observe that in real time.
In the U.S. or everywhere?
In the U.S.
Like-
These are guys who went to college, or they're law-abiding citizens. Not menaces to society, shooting things up, dodging bullets all day. They're actually guys who are productive members of society, making good money, ready and willing to take care of women and protect and provide and be the absolute best man they could possibly be for women, and they're ignored. And it's only in the United States you see that type of bullshit. I'm getting a little heated, but it's
Ooh, I
only
wanna
here.
dive into this
yeah.
But
more.
they go elsewhere, and these women are
They're catering to men
they
and
they what's the word? They actually appreciate them, and so and they can actually start families there, and they can start young because a lot of these guys will actually want to start families young after college, 24, 25, want to start a family. It's damn near impossible nowadays to even meet a good woman as a young man. At
Men that you're
24,
talking about,
25,
are they
You have to be,
born
like,
and
at least
raised in
35 years
America,
old, yeah.
or are they from other countries? And then you're saying that
No,
they
these
have-
are guys that are
Here.
in the
in
United
America.
States.
And they move.
And where do they move that they find?
Colombia, Africa,
Brazil,
Brazil.
Thailand, they're getting out of the United States, and they want to start families. These are guys who've got a good head. To be honest with you, in order to be found attractive, like even look at Hinge, Tinder stats, the best are the guys who get even responses from the most women are the guys in over 30 age range, over 30.
Oh,
And these guys want to
can
start a family
Can
at 25 and
I want to
24.
dive into
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I want to put a pin in that. Come back to the age thing.
Yeah, go
Can I
on.
also say, that's really interesting because so when like the whole like when I look for like a partner, I don't necessarily, and it's to each their own. Different people want different things. I don't necessarily look for a guy who's going to provide for me or be the man. And I'd rather find somebody who I get along with personality wise. And I think there's been, maybe especially in the US, I feel like women don't.
So no assholes.
What's that?
No assholes.
No assholes. I mean
No more.
No more. Women don't need men to open a bank account anymore. Women don't need men to co-sign on a mortgage. I think I understand what you're saying,
Yeah.
but I don't know if it's as much of a women. I don't know if provider
so
features
there's
are what
the-
women are looking
I think
for.
There's the financial provisioning. There's also the emotional provisioning.
That's what I want
They're
to.
there for them.
That's what I want to dig into because a lot of times it's So first of all, I do want to respond to these. Nice guys finish last in America. And then is women control the dating. We can talk about this too. But I'm single, by the way. That's my dating status. Recently out of a situationship.
Freedom.
Honestly, I'm really proud of myself because the second I found out that it wasn't heading towards a relationship, I ended it. Like that day. I was like, oh. And he was like, oh, I don't want to end it today. I was like, okay, well, you have a week
Right.
to think about this.
Right.
And if you don't come back to me with a different answer, then like I don't like.
You don't get this.
And we can talk about that too, but like, often like the things you were mentioning, like they're providers, they have college degrees, they're law-abiding citizens. That doesn't make them great partners, right? And I think sometimes women want men.
What would make them a great? I'm sorry for.
No,
for-
yeah,
I'm sorry
totally.
for-
So I was lucky. I've been in 3 serious relationships like that lasted. One was college, high school into college. Another one was right after college. And then another one, I've pretty much spent age 19 to 30 in 3 relationships, pretty much back to back. Not that I was like looking to be in, I just kept meeting like these wonderful
Great guys,
people.
yeah.
And my last one was with him for 5.5 years, and he's truly a wonderful person. But he was really like, yeah, he did want to be a provider. Like when we moved in together, he made a little bit more than I did, and I was paying to go to school, and I didn't even realize it, took some of our utilities, the gas bill, and the electric bill, and he put them in his bank account. So it wasn't pulling from our bank account. And there was a lot of times where like if we went to pay for groceries, he paid without the joint account. Like he was very much like that. But he also was very like emotionally supportive. He was funny. He was fun. I have a challenging family, and he really encouraged me to like work on that relationship with them. He was just like a really, and I think sometimes guys think that like, oh, like I want to be a great husband and father, and I want to provide for you, and I want to do those things, and like that's enough.
Right.
That like you should want to be with me. And in the US it's not, because I can provide all of those things to myself. So if you're not sparking my soul, like if you're not speaking to me on that level, I can do that for myself.
Wait, so this guy is doing everything that he needed to do, or was doing, a good job at being, supportive, both
Yeah.
emotionally and what the hell is going on?
Like your
Emotionally and financially, and just but so what is it? You said that you mentioned a sparking your soul. What is it that would have put it over the edge, that would have allowed him to be a good competitor for being in a relationship, or just
For being married, I mean, that was our next step, right?
Yeah. What would have done that?
I've been out of that relationship for 3.5 years. He's now married, so I want to be really respectful of him and his new
Catch a
wife.
case like this guy.
Because they seem quite happy, and again, he's been nothing even post breakup when I probably didn't deserve his kindness. He was still kind and gracious.
So this is this is exactly what I'm saying. Like
He didn't finish
nice
last
guys.
though.
He
found
did
a girl
everything.
right after me. He got married. So the only reason
He was nice to you.
the
He was a
only
good
thing I can
dude
think
to
of
you,
that it
but
didn't. The only
you
reason
broke
I
it
can
off.
think of that it didn't work was I knew something was missing for me to get to that next stage of marriage. And I've
What was
often
it?
asked myself, I think.
Besides, or I'm sorry if I keep interrupting.
No,
my
it's
bad.
okay.
Yeah.
I think maybe we could have connected on a slightly like deeper emotional level. I feel that our backgrounds, like I came from a family that like almost to the point like pours out their feelings. Like we have an issue. Like if I have an issue with you, you walk in the door, I'm like, we need to talk about this issue. Like my family is almost like feelings too much on the raw. His family was more of a traditional American family, just like sweep it a little bit under the rug. We don't talk. So sometimes I think when it came to conflict, the way we processed conflict was a little different. And I think that maybe I felt like there were times like that we resolved a fight and I didn't actually feel that it was resolved. And he was like, it's great. Like, let's watch TV now. Let's go to bed. Let's watch a movie. And so I think that was it. The other thing,
He wasn't
the other
starting.
thing I can only think of, I've asked myself this, is maybe somewhere deep down I knew he was someone else's husband. He's married now,
Right.
and he's happy. And
Wait,
See, you
wait,
see,
can I-
that's
wait,
I
wait,
gotta. You see,
Maybe
see,
I
this
knew.
is it's,
Sorry.
a lot of people are, especially a lot of guys, are so confused because this is exactly what
Let
they're
me put on
doing
pants right
everything
now.
right. They think they're doing everything right, and they're trying to
it,
be
she
the
said.
best possible guys they can be, and then. And they resolve conflicts, like you said, by making things all right, and things are fine, and reducing the amount of drama. And people are doing that, thinking that this would lead to a stable,
Yep.
a fulfilling relationship. And you'll hear things like what you said, which is, well, I didn't get what the feeling that I wanted, and he was somebody
No.
else's husband. And
No, I think
that's what a lot of guys are hearing, and
we
that's why
started
nice guys
dating at
finish last.
25,
So-
and then at 30 we were slightly different people.
Right.
And I think there was just something, and I'm fine. I don't want to share too much because again,
he's married.
it's his privacy. But I broke up with him. I think I had a moment of freak out, and then I tried to get back together with him for about a full year. Afterwards, I tried, and he had already been like, no, I don't see us together. So it wasn't that it was like I might have broken up. Like I
Right.
think he's since texted me and said, now that I had space, I realized I saw a lot of the same things you did. And we're on very good terms about it. So I don't think that it's a nice guy's finish last.
Right.
He had no problem. He's a great guy. He had no problem meeting a girl right after me,
Right.
dating her, and marrying her. Like,
Right.
ultimately, he got the thing he wanted, and he did it quite easily after me. He broke up with his previous girlfriend before me, so this wasn't a guy that was just, like, a nice guy that got shit on all the time.
Right.
Like, it did work out with me and him, but he had, like, success in dating.
Can I go circle way back there? You mentioned the part about conflict resolution and you guys having like a hard time because you go, oh, we're good now, cool, peace out.
Yeah.
Right? Can you tell me more about that? Because I actually have had this before where I think, okay, we talked about it, we're good, but she'll need 24 hours or 8 hours to get over it. And I'm like, why?
It was-
By the way, meet Mo.
Hi!
It's Maurice.
I'm Amelia.
Amelia.
Alex.
No.
He is the king.
Alex?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
You said Alex.
I saw your eyes and I was like, oh God, what did I do?
No,
I'm sorry.
he's the king of BP time. We call him.
yeah.
What is that?
He's always late by dual time.
Oh, yeah.
I even told him I was like, he's gonna be late. Watch.
I'm no, it's bad because I'm on time when I do something, but
Yep.
everyone else is like, yeah.
That's hilarious. That's like the opposite of what, yeah.
Yeah.
It's all good.
It's bad.
Also,
Continue.
oh, sorry.
We're happy to have you. Good.
I was gonna say really quick.
Sure. Please.
That's really interesting because I feel like women think the same thing too, though. It's like women who are super supportive of like the men they're dating, like,
Yeah.
and who are like, try to be like supportive and just like being like the person that they want to be for their partner. They could feel the
Yeah.
same way too. It's just like, I mean, I think
I feel-
everybody feels like that. Like everybody
point.
feel it's
yeah.
like
Fair
it's,
point.
yeah.
So you guys asked me about my previous relationship. I'm more comfortable talking about the 3-month situationship I just
Please,
got
go for
out
it,
of.
please,
Because I'll
sure.
drag his fucking ass.
Please.
I don't care.
Please.
He's not going to hear this podcast because
Please.
he's blocked on everything.
Do it.
But
Do it.
I felt that I was one of the best versions of myself in dating somebody with this guy. I was very, like, I gave him space. I let him lead and set the pace. And he was very, like, he kind of wanted to hang out a few times a week from the jump. And I was leaving the country, so he wanted to see me. We met at a bar. He wanted to see me before I left. But then after that, it felt like he was just very, like, he would tell me once, I'm looking for something real. And I see something with you, and I just really love being around you. And I mean, he was bringing me around his friends, and we were hanging out multiple times a week. And like, he had mentioned, like, oh, I'd love to become this fundraiser with my brothers hosting, and like, he'd met my friends, like, all the pieces were there. And he was having a hard time at his job. He went to Florida for a month for work. He surveys hurricane damage, and I felt like when he was down there, he was having a really hard time. And we were FaceTiming often, and I felt almost like at the end, I was like, I gave you a ton of free therapy. You were having a really hard time, and I was there for you, and I poured a lot of myself into giving you, like, free therapy, free career advice. He was, like, a little bit younger than me, so he's like, oh, I just, like, really value your career advice, and all these things. And then when we were ending, he was like, you're just the most high quality person I've ever dated, and that like you have your shit together, you're gorgeous, you own your place. I almost look up to you a little bit, and I just feel like I can't meet you where you're at, and I can't give you what you deserve. And I was just like,
What?
so maybe I feel how some of these guys feel. Maybe Douglas, we can relate a little bit, because I was like, am I insane? Like, he came back and it was his birthday, and I got him like a little gift and like took him to a birthday dinner. I like made him food. I was like doing all of the things, but not trying to be clingy. I was
Right.
very much giving him space, and like he was setting the tone of like, can I see you? He every time planning dates,
Yep.
and like I felt like we were going at such a solid pace until it was just like that 3-month energy. Everyone knows it, the 3-month energy switch,
Can I
where
ask
all
you
of
a
a
couple
sudden, you know,
questions?
yes, I would love to.
Did you bring him around your world?
We both did.
Okay.
We both did. Yeah, he brought me out with his friends, and then I brought him. He met a bunch of my friends a couple times. No, it felt very, very mutually paced. Like I never had to screenshot a text from him to my friends. And they would be like, "How are things with him?" I'd be like, "Great."
Great.
Like
Yeah.
he brought me a lot of inner peace. He didn't trigger any of my anxiety. He had like what I thought was a very secure attachment style. So I was like kind of meeting him where he was at, and then it was like. The energy switched, and I called, and it was weird. It's an energy switch, and he was still doing all the things. He was still texting me every day. He was still asking to hang out.
Right.
But I could feel it. You know how you can feel it, where someone's
Yep.
just a little less engaged.
Yep.
And I finally asked him. I was like, "What's going on?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm freaking out about our timeline, that 3-month, and I'm not looking for a relationship." And that's when I was like, "You told me this whole time you were looking for something real. What did you think was real? A multi-month situationship? Like
The
what?"
only thing I can guess is because you said he was looking up to you. So when a guy's not secure in his place, whatever that is, it's never gonna work.
Yeah,
It
I
was
would.
never
You
gonna
were still
work,
attracted to
like-
him, were you?
Yeah, of course.
It's
like-
interesting. It's
That wasn't
interesting.
the
It was funny.
problem.
I had-
He
I had a-
wasn't.
He wasn't like he had a good job. It wasn't like this. It was this guy that was just like
Nah, he wasn't a
flailing
bum,
and
but
like
he wasn't-
unemployed and like living in his mom's
He wasn't
basement.
happy where he was at.
He-
and you were set. So to him, he's like, "Shit, I'm with the girl that has her shit
I don't
all
know.
together. I'm not
insecurity.
there."
But imagine hearing
Yeah,
that.
he's-
You're the most high quality person, and he said, you know, even if I know it didn't work out, but like you're a very special person to me, even though it was only 3 months. Like you have such a special kind of place in my heart. And I'm just sitting there like,
How long ago
I
did that
did
end?
all the right things.
Right.
I broke up last month.
I'll be honest.
How long ago? Last month you said?
Yeah, and then
I
actually,
guarantee you, if he gets his shit together within 6 months, he'll hit you up.
so actually, fun fact, he called me a couple
Huh.
weeks ago.
You got his shit
And
together?
no. I'd love to actually
I'm
tell
still
the
not
story.
ready. Still not ready.
This is a
Click.
crazy story. So he calls me
Oh my
at
God.
1 a.m. on a
I was there,
Friday.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
1 a.m. on a Friday, and I knew, I felt the phone buzzing. We were out at Boss Bar in River North.
Oh, yeah.
This is
what-
all
yeah,
relevant.
this
This
is
is relevant to the
relevant.
story, you
This
guys.
is very
I
relevant.
hear
to
the
story.
phone
to,
ringing. I hear the phone ringing, and I know it's him. I just know it's him. I answer. I show her. She goes, "Don't answer it. Don't answer it. Please don't answer." I'm like,
I have to.
I'm gonna answer it.
Yeah.
So we chat, and he's like walking home from the bar that we met at, and he's like, "Oh, I was just like," and I had been trying to go. I actually tried to go to that bar that night and couldn't get anyone to go with me. So very weird, kind of like Sixth Sense type thing. And then he was like,
Yeah.
"I've just been thinking about you a lot. And I'd love to get together and talk to you. I feel like I need to see you. I need to talk to you. I've been thinking about our conversation. I miss you a ton." So I'm thinking like, oh. Homeboy came to his senses, like, and then he said, "I miss you," and I said, "I would too," and then he was like, "Can I see you?" And I had some family stuff going on, and he was going back to Florida for work, and he's like, "Can I see you when I get back? Can I call you when I get back? I'd love to like see you." I'm like, "Great, totally," and then literally within 1 minute of hanging up the phone, my phone got stolen.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Phone got stolen. So the next day, I'm dealing with all.
so
You don't have any
you,
other
like-
social
you,
media?
like,
I
dropped
must.
it
I think I
somewhere?
put it in my purse, and then that night I had thought someone was trying to steal my phone. The vibes were off
Ooh,
at Boss
interesting.
Bar,
Gotcha.
and
Prices
and
are
they
high.
took it right out of my purse. It was in my
Damn.
purse. I hadn't
That
zipped it. I
sucks.
think I turned to pay the tab, or like tell the
Damn,
bartender
just
close
like
out. Snap. I mean, it was instant.
Sticky fingers.
Stick finger. It was, and they turned the phone off. Like we called it, it rang once, and then they turned it off. So that's how I know. Anyway, so the next day I'm texting him, and I'm like, "Hey, like my phone got stolen 2 minutes after talking to you. Is that a sign from the universe? I don't know." So we chat a little bit, and then I'm like, "What did you want to talk to me about?" And
Okay.
like, I mean, I'm in town. Actually ended up not going to see my mom because the phone got stolen. He's like, he just completely is like, oh, I was just having like a rough night and like wanted to talk to you. I've been in a weird headspace.
More therapy.
So yeah, exactly.
And
So
more
selfish.
therapy. And then I was like, okay, well, if you want to meet up, he's like, oh, I'm heading home from a bar right now. This is at 3 p.m. If you
Don't
want
be
to,
his therapist.
no, I know. I said,
3
I'm gonna tell you.
p.m.?
I'm gonna tell you guys. He was out. I think he was at T-Box. Maybe, I don't know. And he's like, I'm heading home to a bar. What are you doing right now? And I was like, oh, I'm just hanging out. I might go meet with some friends later if you want to meet up for a drink. And I said, just a catch up, not a hookup. And then he's like, oh, I'm going to head home and then I'll let you know. I'll hit you up later. And I never heard from him. So then the next day I blocked him. So that's like a guy that was just like, again, even in his mind, he was like, I'm struggling and having a hard time. So where's my free therapy? And
He
I
was
was
safe.
like, bitch, not me. And so I blocked him from everything. So I was like, you can't, having access to my life is a privilege, not a right.
Someone just donated $69.69.
Oh,
Thanks.
no,
Appreciate
so
that.
that's why I said the phone fee.
Oh, they did.
To the people
Oh, they
that-
donated. Thank you
the
so much,
peop-
Angle.
Aw.
By the way, thank you for the money. I really appreciate it.
Thanks.
Somebody just got paid today.
Yeah, it's got paid today. But
I love that.
love the number, by the way. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right.
The phone thief was trying to
Okay, here, if the people to the person that stole my phone at Boss Bar, I just wish you had stolen it 10 minutes earlier.
Yeah.
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 Huh.
But I also think the universe was trying to send me a sign.
Do you think
Yeah,
that he was?
sometimes
Do
you have
you
to
think
know.
he was like love bombing you at all to get the therapy? So,
I've actually wondered, and I asked him multiple times if he was love bombing me. He's like, oh, I know what love bombing is.
I think he just wanted some ass.
so I'm gonna say like the same. That happened to me, but like not free therapy, but kind of like free support. Kelsey. So I did it for about 3 months. 3 months switch. She was like my biggest supporter. Like, you're amazing. You're amazing. You're amazing. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you every single day. You were great. I heard every day how amazing I was.
She said, "I
She
love
said,
you."
I love you.
Oh yeah.
How
Yeah.
soon?
Whoa.
3 days in, I said it back. But
Oh,
it was,
that's
it
not
was,
good.
It was.
I was just gonna ask if you
That's
thought
not.
that was
So
Not out of Chris's wheelhouse.
so
Not out of Chris's wheelhouse.
I felt it too. I met her family like the next week after we said we love each other. It was like
my.
this was like a month in. Met her little brothers who were adopted 2 black kids, so we're hanging out.
Said, wow.
It was like going really, really strong, and she's like, "Oh, okay, just so you know, I'm moving to Wisconsin." I'm like, "I guess I'm moving to Wisconsin, man, right?" And well, it's an hour away. I didn't care that much.
Oh
big
no!
deal.
Sorry, I'm just like enraptured by this
Yeah,
story.
No, it's stupid. I was stupid. So anyway, but every day, you're amazing. You're amazing. Posting on Instagram when she's having like an anxiety attack. I have a partner here who's like supporting me here, and trust me, they're here. They're good ones here too. Whole thing. So I felt really like I was in 100%. The day before her birthday, we planned all this stuff. She calls me and breaks up with me, just out of the blue, and goes, "I was watching The Bachelor today, and you know how the girls say that like, I love you all my heart, but you're not my person. I'm like, I love you, but you're not my person." I'm like, what? I like literally
Yeah, I'm
did
sorry
I did
that
every single thing right now. We didn't fight. We barely fought. It was almost the most perfect thing I've been in, and it was so like excited about it.
Yeah.
And then to like put salt in the wound, she wrote me a week later to let me know that she was back with her fuck buddy. And I'm like,
Why would
Why
you
did
tell
she
you
say
that?
That's what I said.
So-
That's what I said. I'm
so-
like, why don't you know this? Why are you doing this?
So I think I know why.
Shoot, go for it.
And this ties into exactly what you were missing in your old relationship that made you. Well, it was both. It was kind of mutual. You said it was kind of mutual, but what didn't spark your soul, so to speak. And it's the same thing that happened to you because you weren't causing any drama and all
No.
that. What I've noticed, and this is just my perception. I'm not a female, so I don't understand. How you guys might feel when this happens to you, but when there's drama or when the guy's causing some sort of emotional turmoil, that's what gets those gears grinding. and
Oh
that's
my
what
God!
makes
You're
I
talking.
disagree.
You guys
I
are talking about
disagree.
girls because
No, I
disagree with that.
every relationship
I've seen
I've
it.
been in, every relationship, including the first 3 months, there was no turmoil. I reject turmoil. I am very, and maybe that I think I'm maybe an avoidant.
turmoil can manifest in different ways. There could be the jerk asshole type turmoil, or there could be the I'm just not giving you enough time and you're just constantly
very tiring.
chasing after me.
No,
type
I
term.
really reject
So-
this because
so-
I
Yeah.
don't. Like, the second a guy starts causing me any type of anxiety, like, even that day with that guy when he was, like, kind of texting me but not asking me to hang out, and I knew he was leaving for Florida the next day, I was like, my friend's like, just wait it out, like, whatever. And I was like, no, I'm calling him right now. And then I, like, right there, he's like, I'm not looking for a relationship. Like, how dare you ask me to see me on a weekend? And I'm like, because we spent literally last weekend together, but whatever.
Yeah.
And
How dare you.
then I was like, we're done. And it was because, and my ex, too, I'll say something with my ex. I don't want to go into much detail. The reason it didn't work out was, you can tell right now, I'm a very boisterous person. I call people on their bullshit.
You do?
He wanted everything in the comfort zone. So imagine two people being together, me who I'm like, let's have uncomfortable conversations. Like, let's talk about it. Like, you're this political affiliation, I'm this political affiliation. I'd like to understand why you believe the way you do. And he'd be like, can't we just talk about sports? You know, with our friends? I'm like, no, I want to know why they are the way they are. And so that, I think, as we got older, I was like, no, I want to have like these weird conversations with random people that are uncomfortable, and he'd be like, this is uncomfortable.
You know what you're saying makes sense, and to all of us, it's logical and it makes sense. But you know what I've just learned, at least throughout my life, at least what I've seen, just
You're,
Yeah,
and
20, you're 26.
all your years.
you know my little.
All your-
But he's
all your
wise.
years.
He is wise beyond his
He's
years,
26.
so
Yeah, it's
How old is he?
we don't need to play this game. So, let's continue.
Actually, you'll be surprised.
You'll be surprised.
Yeah. Black don't crack, but it's it sounds right. It sounds right. Hey, you know, we wouldn't want that sort of, you know, those bouts of emotional turmoil to ever happen, and to have a functioning relationship, and that makes sense. It makes sense in our head, but to keep that attraction in a woman, I've again, just
There
from
has
what
to be
I've
a little
seen,
drama, yeah.
from what I've seen, there's got to be that ebb and flow of emotional.
I
Can't be
would-
drama without like being like gaslit though. Like I feel like,
Right? Yeah,
Like,
it can be.
but
again.
like I'm not trying to like I'm being serious because I'm just like I'm so exhausted at this point that I'm like. Of course, it's nice to be like challenged, but I'm like, can it be a way that doesn't like destroy me inside and out?
there are
Or-
healthy
No.
ways.
tired.
Absolutely not.
Healthy
They're,
relationship.
That's how it works.
they're non.
What
There's
do you mean
they're
that's not how it
not.
works?
You get hurt or you don't get hurt. You get destroyed. That's what happens. Okay.
There are healthy and non-healthy ways. Again, that
Right,
I've seen
right, of course,
to
of course.
Have
maintain attraction
Mm-hmm.
in a woman and keep that spark. What you
Spark
refer
bright,
to as
yeah.
a spark. Keep that alive and keep it alive and well. There's non-healthy ways and unhealthy ways and healthy ways.
Right, of course.
The unhealthy ways would be, you know, the gaslighting and all that, the emotional manipulation and all that stuff. It works, but it's unhealthy. And then I think the more effective, healthy sort of way to maintain attraction is just the constantly, you know, removing yourself slightly so that she can miss you in sort of a way, and maybe it's you're out doing what you want to do, or maybe you're working or focused on your job, whatever it might be, and you're building something, or I don't know what it might be, and then she's constantly worried about maybe you're over here, maybe you're talking to that girl you saw her talk to, or you saw him talk to last week or something like that, and that causes a little bit of emotional turmoil. But it's healthy because it's hopefully he's not actually doing anything wrong. He's just away at work, and then I found that just helps keep that attraction alive, because that missing you know, it adds that sort of drama that's
I
needed to
also
keep that
think
relationship alive. Yeah.
Sorry, I also think sometimes relationships can just end.
Oh yeah.
And like, not everyone you date is going to be your future husband or wife.
Agreed, yep.
And so I feel like
two things
often,
that happen.
and I get it. Like you were not the first guy who, when I've been when I talk about the ending, like I've been on dates where guys like, tell me why it ended. How are you in this 5-year relationship? And then it ended, and I'm like, I don't know. We just we weren't meant to be together.
Right.
Like, I don't know. But it's not like he did anything
Right.
wrong. And yes, some relationships you look and they end and you're like, that person gaslit the shit out of me. Like love bombed.
Yeah.
I might have been love bombed. I still am unsure. And
Can we define love bomb real quick? Because I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
What it is.
what
I don't know if there's anyone else that doesn't know what it is.
Someone hit you with a lot of like they know what you want to hear,
right away so
right,
much, laying on thick.
Like I don't know. It's gonna sound weird, but like when a girl writes you in the morning, go, "Good morning, handsome," every single day.
That's if you're into that.
Right.
So whatever.
But it's stroking the ego of like,
Right.
like you want to feel more affirmed with how you look. So
What's the difference between love bombing and somebody just like being really into you? I have
It's-
ideas, but I want to hear yours.
So I think that it's when it's inundated and it's really strong, really fast. Cause
And they don't know you.
And they don't know you at all. And they're like, they immediately are like, boom, 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 right?
Okay.
And it's also not being reciprocated on your end. If you're both doing it, I think it's a little bit different. But I think that if you were like doing it by yourself and you're like, it's kind of just coming out of nowhere, like
Women
why?
get bored easily. Men get bored.
Yeah, men.
I was gonna say,
Men get
yeah.
bored easily, I would say, yeah.
I think love bombing, and I've thought about this a lot because I actually was properly love bombed,
Oh,
and it was
probably.
like a proper love bomb to ghost to like stuff me with the bill for his friend's bar tab type of ghosting situation, and I was just like, wow. But I think the difference between like love bombing is being really into somebody is I think that love bombing is about them getting the validation from you. It's less about you and more about the validation you're giving back to them,
That's
which is
what I
why
mean.
they can love bomb multiple people because at the end of the day, it's not always about, they don't actually, like, not that they don't like
Right.
you, but like the more thing they're doing the love bombing not because they necessarily mean it, but because they want to get the validation and the reaction back.
That's what I mean. It's more
Versus somebody who's
yeah.
really into you, who's like, I'm going to tell you I really like
Right.
you, and then I want to spend time with you, and if you're not ready to say it back, that's okay.
Right.
You
It's
know?
more, right. It's more for them than it is for you.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I've had both. Obviously, I've had girls who are really into me who do the same thing of like, "Good morning, handsome," every day, but I'm also responding with "Good morning, beautiful," and it's kind of a mutual giving thing, and not like they're clearly doing more and you're not really reciprocating, but they keep doing it anyway because it's like a bomb. Like you're like, but then after a while, you're like, you know what? This feels good. You accept it, and then you kind of fall like, okay, well, they must really feel this way, and you fall into the trap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I think I feel like what it was 2 summers ago. I feel like I had my first love bombing experience, and it like really I finally understood what it was. Like I met this guy when I was abroad, and like we met like at a bar. And we were both hammered. Like it was a 15-minute conversation about something that was
What
not
country were you
fruitful.
in?
France. And then we became Instagram friends, and then we would like talk about like menial stuff. Like it was very low stakes. And then like I would like post a photo and he'd be like, "You're so amazing," and I'm like, you don't know nothing about me. You just think I'm hot." Like, which is like, that's fine, but like don't act like you know who I am. Like you don't know me. I could be like a terror. And he'd be like, "Oh my god, you're so like this and that, like you're and like personality stuff." And I'm like, that'd be nice if you like actually knew anything about me, but you don't.
True.
I'm like, I'm not gonna like that. It was just so bizarre.
Have you ever met anybody though who like they got you that quick though? 'Cause I've had people
Totally,
who, I've had people
yeah,
that
totally.
Were like we connected, and it's unspeakable.
Yeah.
Don't know what it is. It is just there.
Yeah,
and
palpable.
you feel it, and it's like they could know you, and you say something, they know the same thing.
Yeah.
It's there.
Was he saying those things because of the picture you posted too? Like what you were doing was amazing, so that or
No, I think it was
That's a
just
great
like,
question.
yeah, I think it was just like, oh, like you're existing and I like the way you look. Yeah, for sure.
No, man.
Yeah.
So what happened, anyways? He just came.
He got a girlfriend about 2 weeks later, and now they're like engaged. So I'm like, well, I'm never gonna
well,
see this person
Yeah,
again.
it's
So-
the best.
All right.
Yeah.
The best.
What did Love Bomb Therapy Guy
Look
look
like?
like?
Yeah.
Is he, what is, if he's in the 15% of
That's,
men, he probably has issues with,
Hypergamy.
what's that?
I don't know.
Monogamy? Is that supposed to be monogamy?
Hypergamogamy.
Tinder's blowing up.
No, that is work. That is a sauna. That is not. I'm
way
not on
many
Tinder. I'm
other
not on any dating apps. I am no dating apps.
Wait, you're not on
the
dating
action
apps?
No,
of
no,
marriage
I
took
or
pictures
forming
for
a
a
sexual
dating app.
relationship
You did.
with a
I
I
didn't-
saw
I
that.
didn't-
Are you on the
Curious
dating apps?
sociological-
It was kind of funny.
No, I
After
have a
dating
girlfriend.
This was funny?
Oh, love that for you.
Yeah.
Are you in the dating apps?
I
Actually-
Can we do a whole
I don't
thing?
use it.
Oh, you don't date anyone.
But
Don't
I
be on the
was.
dating apps. Don't be on the dating apps.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I
No.
believe I was put on this earth. I believe it's my life's purpose to get women off of the dating apps.
Okay.
And more specifically, everybody, but I'm going to start with the female
Yeah.
population. There's not a piece of me that believes that the dating apps are good. They're not good for dating. They're not good for the evolution of human beings.
There's some
Did you meet
aspects
your
of
girlfriend
dating.
on a dating app?
The last
Oh, no.
2 I've met on dating
Yeah.
apps.
Call me
How
weird.
long ago, though?
How long ago? What?
Like, how long ago did you
Meeting
meet those
apps.
people on the dating apps?
So the recent one I met in June.
Okay.
Started talking in June. First date was June 10th. Official August 6th. Whenever that beach party was.
I remember.
So is this your current girlfriend?
Yeah.
Okay.
The one before was my Boston accent's gonna come out. Was
I know I can't.
March
Boston.
It's
March
It's here.
2019. First date was like the end of March. Official May-ish. Late May, and that was 2.5 years. So like, and my sister, her husband of now 12 or 13 years. They have 3 kids. They met on a dating app.
I have friends that also met on a dating app like 6 years ago, and I have a couple friends that met people recently. So I'm not saying that they're all
No, you have to go through a lot.
But I think that
You
they
to go
have
through a lot.
done. I think they do more good, and I think actually, being a woman, I'm glad like your sister found somebody. I'm glad my friends found somebody. I'm glad your girlfriend found you. I feel very strongly dating apps are dangerous for women.
How so?
They are dangerous.
It's exactly what because, and you're exactly right, and I think it's exactly because of what he said. Douglas, funny, hypergamy.
Wait, what is this hypergamy? Can someone define this for me?
Oh, yeah.
Look it up.
Am I a dumb
I
person?
just
No, I don't know.
I have to look it
I
up.
don't know what it is.
I have to look it up
So
too.
in a dating
It's
app,
wait, real quick.
Yeah.
The action of marrying or forming a sexual relationship with a person of a
So do I.
superior
Yeah.
sociological or educational background.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
The action of marrying or forming a sexual relationship with a person of a superior sociological or
Yes,
educational
this
background.
is something else we can dig. Oh my god, thank you,
Yeah.
Douglas. You taught us a new word, and it is
Yeah.
a very valuable word. It defines
Yeah.
a lot. So thank you. But
It's-
like, yes, I don't even mean dangerous in that way. There are studies that show that men that are looking to harm women, physically, whatever, use dating apps.
Oh, well,
By
yeah.
the way, none of this information, I would love to do a whole podcast on this, is made public because the dating apps pay to make sure that it doesn't go. But the odds of a woman walking into a bar and having a guy there be somebody that wants to physically harm them, like the chances of me walking to a bar in Chicago, seeing a random guy that I'm attracted to, talking to him, us hitting it off, and then him being somebody that could potentially hurt me
Yeah, the odds are
physically,
less.
it's low. But men that are somewhat sociopathic or actually have harmful tendencies
they'll use the dating
apps
apps.
because
Yeah.
they're able to hide behind the dating app because it's all messaging, and people think when you're talking on a dating app that you're actually forming a real connection. You're not.
Well, this is
And,
the real
and
quick.
there's studies that show
Yeah.
they're dangerous.
This is real quick for anyone in dating app. You have to use it as like preseason. Like it doesn't count until you meet in person. Like
Yeah.
everybody, like you try to establish a little bit. Like I try to message you on a dating app for like, we'll give a time frame like 2 to 3 days. Then I'm getting a number. Then I'll actually text you for another 2 to 3 days before I go on a first date with you, just to establish something.
Yeah.
And then, but it's not until you meet in person that's when things really get going.
Like, I mean, I have a rule where I
and
don't-
that's in anything. Like you meet someone at a bar, you meet someone in the street.
I try
you're
to
slowly
get
yeah.
off the app as soon as possible. Like I
Right.
want to meet a girl, we
Yeah.
start talking, and she laughs at my joke. I'm like, "Can we meet?" I know some girls. Well, I want to wait. I feel more comfortable. I'm like, I want to get to know you, not your phone. Like, 'cause I don't know who this is. Until
Yeah.
you show up, I don't know. I don't know if I like you or not.
It's dangerous.
Right.
So the vast majority of interactions that come out of using dating apps, the vast majority we'll say it, they're not harmful. That's fair to say, yeah.
I think it happens a lot more
Yeah.
than you guys think. I know a lot of
Oh,
women
yeah, I'm
have
sure it
No, I would
does.
agree.
incredibly
agree.
negative situations happen, and it often happens on the second or third date.
Oh my God.
So let's
The
go
vast-
there. Yeah,
the vast
it doesn't
majority
happen
of
on the first date. The
interactions.
first date's
Yeah.
usually normal.
Interesting.
Yes, and I agree. And the vast majority of interactions won't be harmful. I'll say that. I think we can all sort of agree with that. But
Yes.
so here's hypergamy. Here's an example of hypergamy. You said you go to a bar and there are not too many people, not too many men that you see actually are attracted. You said there's only 2 men a year that you're actually interested in.
I feel like I don't see physically attractive, but where I would
that is
where I would want
that
to
is
then
hypergamy right there.
where
You
I would
want-
meet them and then want to actually be
Right.
like, oh, I feel connection
right,
here.
that you would actually see something in like that.
Yeah.
Everybody else you ignore. That is hypergamy. That is what hypergamy is.
Well, hypergamy is like
That's
when you are constantly upgrading
That
partners.
is what it is.
Yes.
Or presented with newer, better option dating. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
people are seeing the
Yeah,
reason
to be
dating
honest.
apps are
Everybody else
bad.
is just like
You're never satisfied with what
Have
you
you
have
ever
in
seen
front
that?
of you.
You
There's
want
like
the
a
absolute
meme
top.
that was like, we're not meant to see this many attractive people in our lifetime, and that's why people always think there's a grass is greener
Right.
because you're on social media, you're seeing all these people.
Yeah.
Whereas back in the day, it was like you married someone from like your hometown
Right.
because it was
Yeah.
like, what, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
You were limited.
Yeah,
Now the
you
whole
didn't
world-
know.
Everybody in your neighborhood. who was
you were like,
cute,
if I
who
didn't
was
see
nice.
this person with my eyes,
Right. You know,
I would
I
I
never
was
see
talking to
that.
someone in Colombia for 2 months, and
You
it's
were.
like,
Yeah, I know. I was mad. I was mad when y'all
it's
broke
Col-
up. 'Cause I was gonna go
but it-
Colombia.
But it's Colombia, so
Yeah, we were gonna go, and I was like, "We're gonna go
Yeah.
to Colombia. We're gonna meet the girl." Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's over. I'm like,
And
damn.
also, like, I feel, oh, sorry, go ahead.
And you know, hypergamy can also be like you're in a city or in a metro area like Chicago, where there are a bunch of, I would say more than likely attractive bachelors who have a lot going on for themselves. And still, each one of them still are fighting amongst themselves because the girls only want the guys who are at the top of those. Even those.
I think that's the kind of girl you're going
So
after.
it's-
I don't know.
it's
It's just what
just-
kind of girl. What kind of girl you going after? Because I feel like
that's any urban city. Like, look at
Yeah.
LA for
No,
some.
yeah,
like, my
it's-
friend was dating a girl. You know, what's the thing they say? Like LA
oh yeah.
6,
New York to New York.
Oh, yeah, like
Yeah.
Chicago,
Yeah.
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 So
Well,
Yeah.
also, I think,
Ramen on
like,
Wheels, my mortal enemy. One Ramen on Wheels shows up to all my streams or my videos. Only posts that and then leaves. Never
my
posts
God.
anything else.
Ramen on Wheels.
And I go to their channel. It's a woman who likes ramen. Why do you always do this? Why are you this way?
You
That's the
acknowledge
MO.
her. I love
I like
her.
it. Yeah.
I'm a ramen on wheels fan.
It's been years. It's been years though.
That's so
It's
funny.
been
Years? She's been doing this for years?
Years.
She knows how to get to you.
Ugh.
It's a she.
Yeah, it's a she.
I love her.
Yeah. Similar to
Sorry.
what? No, it's okay. Okay, similar to what you were saying about like we like shouldn't be exposed to this many like attractive people or like opportunities and stuff. I also feel like it fucks up like accountability too. Like I remember like my mom was saying she's like, oh, if I plan to go on a date with somebody like in the 70s, like if you're gonna cancel, you have to like pick up the phone and be like, I can't make it anymore. Like now you can just like either like not show up or just send a text and be like, I can't make it anymore 5 minutes before the date, and it's just like,
Yeah.
okay, like
true.
or like you just have to show up and like
Well, smartphones. Is
My
too
dad's
convenient.
my dad's 83. He said that his friends used to show up to the bar back in the day. So you knew who the person was. You wore a certain color rose. Like I'm gonna wear a red rose when I show up to the bar, so you know it's me.
Aw,
But he would always get there early, look out for the girl if he sees her,
Take the rose
and
out.
switch out the rose with another color rose.
So they were ghosting back then
Yeah, it was
too.
a different.
like,
Yeah, so that's the old way it goes. He flipped it out.
I want to talk to you guys about what you're saying about like there's
Yeah,
these
sure.
great guys that don't have any options. They're not getting touched with women.
Hey, who are they?
You guys are mentioning these guys. You've mentioned a few of these men,
Yeah.
right? These men that are just wonderful men, great bachelors. Like, and first of all, where are they? Send
Yeah.
me to them.
Where they at?
Where
Where
are
they
you
at?
finding them?
Boys Town.
Yeah, Boys Town. Seriously.
Oh,
I want to go hang out in
New Halsted.
Like,
New
where
Halsted.
are these like plethora of just like wonderful men?
They're around you every day.
Well, here's the
But-
question though. Like, what do you like?
But I will say, so we are part of a Facebook group for Chicago. Have you guys heard of it? I don't. Oh, I feel.
Oh, I know
like-
about it. I know about it. I know about it.
No, okay. Let me
Are we dating the same person?
Yes, but wait. Okay, so I
We need you.
want
My
to tell
friend
you.
talked about this.
I don't want. I feel like.
I know about
They're
it.
gonna-
tried-
Okay, you guys
we
know
are
it
not allowed to
exists.
talk about it too much.
Don't say your name. Don't say
We
your
can't
name.
talk about it
tried
too
to
much
infiltrate the group.
because they'll kick me out.
We won't
But-
say your name. Don't mention
But
that. Don't mention that.
all I'm gonna say is some of these women, like, they post the guys, and I thought when I joined it was gonna be more women being like, "Hey girls, I've been dating this guy for like a couple months. Is anyone else dating this guy? Or here's my boyfriend of a year. Is this anyone else's boyfriend?
Right.
You
It's
know,
like my abusive ex. Watch out for him.
yeah,
Right.
this type of thing.
Yeah.
And it's really mostly women taking
Sharing the
screenshots
same
of
guys.
men's dating profiles and being like, I'm talking to this guy. We might go on a date on Saturday. And it's like, first off, you don't even know if you're gonna like this guy.
Right.
So
Yeah.
why are you posting him on this group? By the way, like
Right.
that's not good for like his privacy. Sidebar. But the other thing is, you guys, some of these men that these women are posting, they're like anyone else dating like Jerry from like
Fox Lake.
like Fox Lake, and they're posting a guy that literally looks like a troll. Okay, and I'm just like, girl, no one else, anyone else seeing him? Girl, I don't want to see him. Why is he on my
Well, because
Facebook
it's Fox
feed?
Lake.
Fox
So
Lake.
But like, no, some of these guys, they are not attractive, and the girl posting is
someone
like,
finds him attractive though.
yes. So that's where I'm like, anyone can be attractive to anyone,
Yeah.
and like, so like, this attitude of like, women only want to date the top.
Right.
Not these women.
Nope.
Not because I'm gonna tell
Look,
you, none
that's
of these
why-
men are in the top.
That's why.
15%.
But the same guys
should
want to
be-
date the same Instagram
That's
models,
why that
though, so.
you can't, like, you know, let's think about this a little. That's why that group is so popular, and how many we tried to infiltrate it. We tried to.
Oh, well, he got posted on it. He got posted on it.
It's a long story. I'll explain
He
that.
posted
in a
on
little
it,
bit.
and that's what I want to see it. I want to see what
Yeah.
it was.
And by the way, I don't believe
But
90% of the shit that's posted
It's-
in that group. Just FYI.
but why does such a group exist, and why is it so popular?
Girls need it. I get that.
Think about it.
It's a safety.
The girls
It makes
are worried
sense, right?
about
I know.
what?
That makes
Them
sense.
sharing all the same guys, and who are those guys? The guys at the top.
Not always.
Hypergamy
But-
on
Guys
No,
will
it's
do
like- it's
guys
like-
will do
So
that
I will
same thing
say,
too, but it,
the guys that
They
the
would
guys
frustrate.
It'd be
the
it'd
guys
be so
the
different.
guys that are really good looking, like the guys that are really good looking. Usually, this is how it works. So they get posted, and the girl's like, "I might be meeting up with Tom, age 28 from Lincoln Park. Here's a screenshot of his profile, like his profile picture. Any tea, because that's what you have to ask. You can't ask like any dirt, or it's like there's certain rules. You have to ask any tea, and like." You know it pops off when there's like 20 comments in the first hour.
You're
It's
like,
like, oh,
"Ooh,
this guy
yeah."
has dragged some women. But then
Yeah.
occasionally a guy will get posted and it'll just be like a really regular, nice looking guy or normal looking guy. And there's like no one comments. And then one girl will be like, seems like there's no comments, girl, rooting for you. Like, hope he's a good guy
Yeah.
type thing. So there are guys, I would say when I look in that group, 90% of the guys that get posted are not people that I would want to go out with personally. But these girls are posting them, and some of them are getting a lot of traction. Like there's been a couple where I'm like, wow, this guy's playing this many women.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
It doesn't-
like how did this
But
happen?
it sucks though, because like I know one person
the game.
where they went on a date and the date wasn't. It was just a bad date, and
Yeah.
that girl trashed him on it. So it's like
That's not fair, and that happens
that's
a lot.
not
We were
fair,
talking
and
about this
that
last night,
happens
actually.
a lot. It's like getting a bad Uber rating when
But
you
I-
didn't do anything, you know.
Right,
But-
but I feel like those of us who are like coherent or like lucid enough to like be
Yeah.
like
You
maybe
can
this
read through.
isn't because I mean
There's a lot of women in that group that are in there screenshotting and laughing about their friends. We
Yeah.
have a whole chat.
like it's
a
Yeah.
lot of women don't take it super seriously.
I believe that.
right.
So, like, don't think that just because you got posted on there that that's, like, ruining your reputation.
Right.
A lot of women get
I'm not
it.
honest, so
Yeah.
talk all the trash you want. So
I don't know. I might be listening.
Yeah. I mean, like, there was an instance where this girl was basically like, she was basically saying, like, it was a bad date. He obviously thought it was a bad date, but I'm still upset that XYZ. But it's just, we're like, who gives a shit? Like, you knew it was a bad date, he knew it was a bad date. Like, this seems, like, so unhinged to, like, I think a lot of people that you would still be upset that he didn't, like, text you after.
Right.
It's like, let's just let this go.
It's actually a really good segue to like the bitter exes thing I brought up earlier. So actually, this girl, as from my like distant past, she randomly wrote me and texted me and sent me the screenshot of a thing on Twitter, and it goes, "I'm just a hot girl standing in front of a poorly dressed, objectively unattractive guy, telling him it's fine if he doesn't want a relationship, but could he maybe text me more consistently?" He says no. She wrote me and goes, "You're one of these mediocre men. Start showing up more for whoever you date or don't date at all." I'm like, I just didn't like you.
This is
That's
right.
all it
The
was.
fact,
give me this
listen,
person.
I want to say
I
something.
just didn't
The
like her.
fact,
I just
the
didn't
fact
like her.
that she took the time to send that to you, she does
I'm-
not believe you.
That's
to be
what I
mediocre.
said. I'm like,
She
if I'm,
does not
that's
believe
what I'm like,
you.
if I'm so mediocre, why would you waste your time writing me this?
Yeah.
Like what? What's the point?
Do you know why women
Like, what?
get so scorned like that?
But it's like from past. Like this is out of nowhere.
Why do women get so scorned like
scorned
that? Tell
by
me.
that, like a woman scorned, like the whole phrase. And confirm if this is
Health hath no
actually-
fear like a woman's
confirm.
scorn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Confirm this if this is actually true. If this is how you actually experience it.
Okay.
If you've ever been scorned, I don't know. But when there's a guy woman really likes this guy, that is the only thing that she sees. And then everybody else is just, she doesn't even see anybody else. That is, he's the best thing that ever walked the earth at that point in time. And then if for any reason he breaks her heart, she still sees him as the best thing, and everybody else still looks, I don't want to talk to anybody else. And if, say, you did want to actually talk to somebody else, you would be looking at them, and then it's kind of like if you've ever seen Black Mirror. There's that one episode where everybody's all kind of fuzzed out, and then you can only see certain people, and then everybody else is just like fuzzed out. So when you try to interact with somebody else, maybe it's another guy, you kind of look at him, and he's all kind of fuzzed out. You can't quite get there, and it's like this guy still's got an emotional hold on you, but you still looking around, and you're just like, man, fuck this guy, he fucked me up. And maybe it might take you some time, maybe about a year, to completely like let all that go, but it's just like at that point in time, just like, man, he fucked me over, fuck him.
I didn't even have her over though. I was just like, I didn't like her that much.
So the point of dating is to figure out if you like somebody.
That's the entire
That's
point.
the
Are you
entire
compatible?
point of
Yeah.
dating. And so to believe that anybody that you get to know or start dating will move into that next phase of a relationship is insane, unhinged behavior. Because first off, women who jump from crush to crush, I don't trust them either. Again, you should not, if you are walking this earth and you are finding people that you want to be in a relationship
You're in
with
love all the time.
constantly,
Yeah.
you are not filling that void within yourself, and
Yeah.
you are looking at people to fill it.
Yeah.
There is no you should not, even the most amazing people who are like have their shit together, attractive, whatever, that have all the options, you should not be constantly meeting people that you want to be in a relationship with.
Right,
And
be
if you
picky.
are,
Right.
you need to look internally at what is missing inside you,
I
because
agree.
that's not how the world works. Like, you shouldn't just...
Oh, no,
Yeah.
keep finishing. Finish it.
yeah.
That's a perfect segue to
I haven't
Douglas's
seen Black Mirror, but
question.
yeah, no, that was it. I
So-
think that's, and so I think when it
so
doesn't work out, like for me, blocking this guy, I didn't block him until the call and the shenanigans that happened after that.
Yeah.
We had 2 very amicable calls where he told me, like, I can't give you what you want, but I think very highly and I care about you. And I said, I really care about you too. Maybe we can stay friends down the line, but we both wanted space. And then it was the call, and then kind of the next day continuing to blow me off, that I blocked him, not because I hate him, but because I was like, you're annoying.
Yeah.
Like, this is annoying. Like, you're in my peace, and like, I don't need you to have access to me anymore. But like, you seem to have a lot of, what's going on?
I'm being told.
What's going on with you?
I'm listening, but I'm being told right now that I'm not in the in that group that she checked.
Oh, okay.
I have a person in the group.
Yeah, I can check too.
Yeah. Douglas Funny, I think that's a good question.
Yeah, because just
All
what
right,
we were
fine.
talking
So-
about.
Yeah.
All right,
You wanna start it
all right,
off?
for everyone. Wait.
Sorry,
wait,
we're not
we gotta read out loud first.
Mars right now. That's
All right.
Amelia.
For everyone you have
Alright.
for everyone that used dating apps, I think everyone here has used dating apps at least once.
Yeah.
How frequently would you say you swiped right out of 100 profiles? Ladies first.
Out of 100 profiles, I would swipe right. You have to remember that they start curating them for you. So the way the apps work is they actually.
Which apps do you use, and then?
So I was using Hinge and Bumble, and I preferred Hinge over Bumble. So let's go with Hinge. So Hinge starts rating you, right? So the more that you get swiped, so then like based on the back end, you're getting a certain unofficial score. She's getting a certain unofficial score, and they're only going to show you within people within that range, right? So when you're first using the apps, they're throwing everybody at you versus when it's more curated. So I bring that up because that changes.
Right.
Oh,
obviously.
so
Yeah.
more people that
Yeah,
swipe
so it's a more
on you,
curated
then the
list.
higher
Yeah.
your score.
Yes.
And the algorithm
Okay.
also reads what's on your photos, and it also reads kind of what you have written. So at one point I played around with it. I added tall girls or everything better. Every girl I got was 5'8" and higher, like ad nauseum. Would not get anybody else.
Yeah.
If you have like
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
so interesting.
if you're like a white woman, you have a black guy, a black person in your photo, they start sending you more black men. They assume that you're more open.
Interesting.
Like, I'll study algorithms all the time. It's
All right, now
it's
let's
crazy.
go ahead.
Anyway,
Yeah.
So I'm not on the apps anymore. I was on Hinge on and off for like 5 years. Like I would have it for 3 months and then hate it and then get back on it. I would say, God, out of 100, maybe like 7.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm around.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would say like
Jeez.
2 to
I'm really-
5.
Oh,
I
geez.
really
Wow.
scream too. Like my ex, I did
2 to
Bumble,
5.
but I don't stay on it long. Like I'm on it for 3 weeks and then I'm like I give up, and then
Yeah.
I wait. I'll go back on. This recent one was Coffee Meets Bagel, because
Oh,
it's
what
kind
do
of
you
like
think of that
Hinge,
one?
because
Yeah.
they kind of do algorithm too on like who you swipe on, so then it'll start sending you more matches that fit what you swipe on. And out of 100, honestly, I'm like the same. Like I really like, for me to match, that's how I know, oh, it's like it's kind of meant to be, so to speak, because I'm like, out of 100 I'm probably 7-8%. Like it's under
Yeah.
10.
What
It's
about
under
you guys?
10%.
Of course, her name's Amelia. She's dropping Amelia Alex. Dropping bars. apparently. You did say you were good at this, so
Yeah, no, that was.
Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bokeh, what about you guys? Same.
So
Frank's gonna be like 50%. No.
Aw.
That's fine.
I'm kidding.
if it's if it's Tinder, I don't use Tinder. But when I used to Tinder, oh yeah, well, it'd be like 50% easy.
Okay, Tinder.
Actually-
Tinder when I did it for
Just me.
when like
Yeah.
when I got out of a relationship, and it's not like I wanted to fuck around. I literally said I just want to go on a date, and that's it. Maybe make out. That's it. I wasn't trying to do anything else. So I did Tinder for like 3 weeks. Yeah, that was probably like 50%.
You have to think then, from our
that's,
perspective, again, this is a difference between men and women,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if I'm on here and I'm only matching with, I'm maybe getting a lot of likes,
You get
but
a
I'm
lot,
only matching
right.
with like 2 to 5 people a week, if that's how many you're swiping
Yeah.
through.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I'm actually like invested in those versus guys that are just like,
Right.
and then
Yeah.
you see
Yeah.
what
But
matches.
Well, I was
And
gonna say,
then
those
you
are
might
likes,
start,
not
then you
matches.
might,
Those are
yeah.
likes that we send, not
Yeah,
matches.
Right.
We
yes.
get very few matches.
But then,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
what
Are
I'm
you-
saying is like then when a guy is a kind
Because
of
that's what we said. Swipe right. Yeah.
yeah, but like when you swipe, so when swipe right or whatever, you get whatever. We're more invested, right?
Right.
And so you think like, oh, I matched with this guy and he matched back, and like
Right.
we're both excited, but really you were wanna fucking. He was just doing it to see. And there's videos, there's TikToks of guys
It's
being
true.
like on Tinder
It's a
to
method.
see how.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's like. That
So-
creates
wait,
this very big difference.
And
Of
that's
another
where you
reason I
get some of
believe the
that
apps are very
dangerous-
challenging
Yeah.
for women.
Right. So question.
For sure.
So, because I assume I know women get way more attention on those apps. Do you pay for it or no? Right? You don't pay for it.
So I paid for mine when it was like cheaper for Hinge because you could see all of them in
Yes.
the queue, and I didn't like how I couldn't see what was next until I matched. Like
See all the people
it was
liked
almost
you.
like a grass is
It's-
greener.
it's a
I'm like,
must
I
have.
need to see the whole queue
Yeah,
because
I'm-
I don't
yeah.
want to be having 25 conversations.
Right.
So I'd go through the queue, I'd pick out my top 5.
Right.
I never sent likes, by the way. I never sent likes on Hinge.
No
and I never
roses, no super likes.
I never started a conversation, nothing.
Yeah.
I would just go in my queue and see who I wanted to. And if they sent something, like respond to a prompt, I'd respond
Right.
to that. But if they just sent a like, I'd invite them to start the conversation.
Right.
And then so I might pick my 5. And then
Right.
I'd see if any of those go anywhere for a week. And then I'd
Wow.
pick out the next 5.
send
So
no
there were some that
likes.
were chilling in the queue for a
Right.
while. And
Yeah.
then suddenly they got pulled out. I was like, oh, sorry, I haven't used the app in a while.
You're in the
I was
game.
like, well,
You're in the game.
yeah.
No, so
You send no likes.
no, I never sent. I never sent. I mean,
Why?
maybe when I was first using Hinge, but I haven't been on the apps in actually. I'm coming up on my 1 year being off of them, and best thing I ever did. And thank you. And no, I
you're
never
Wild
sent
West in
likes. I meet people in real life.
She said that last time.
But you kind of meet.
You do.
I mean, I get it from a woman's perspective, but I said this like, to match someone on a dating app, like to pick the right app, to be on at the same time, to swipe right at the same time, to message, to get through all that, to find a date, like a little of that fake crap is working there too.
yeah. So
Like I'm not discounting meeting someone in real life.
Right. I will say
Like
I like the
dating app is like.
I think you are very much the minority of men who are in dating apps
Well,
in a good way.
Well, yeah.
And so I think that your perspective, while valuable, is not necessarily practical.
Well, I was gonna
Yeah.
say I like the curation of it because I like certain attributes. Like I like quirkiness. Like it's certain things that I look for that you can't find in the street when you go out because people are trying to hide that stuff. I like that something on the up front. It's easier to find it on the apps. So when I'm looking for like that thing, and I see it, I'm like, someone to ask a question originally.
Yeah.
I just think it's like having a headhunter for you.
Yeah, it is. Like,
So-
it cuts out a lot of stuff I don't want to deal with
Yeah.
right away, and I get to the stuff I like.
So Douglas mentioned something very important. This is especially prevalent if you're younger. If you're a younger man, if you're an older man over the age of 30.
Are you the
around
only
like,
one in your 20s here?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm.
Yeah.
Yeah, 31.
Yeah, we're in our
Like
30s.
if you're a man and you're 30, 35, you're and a bit above that actually. You're actually I've tested it. I told you. I'd tell you what I did.
You did.
Yeah, but if you're
Tell them.
yeah.
Tell them.
If
tell
you're a
them
little
you
bit
did.
older, if you're a little bit older, I
It's a social
put my age as like what was it,
You said you're 33.
33
Yeah,
or something.
that too.
And then
If
the
you're in your
number of
20s,
likes I
older
got
women.
skyrocketed.
Yes,
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Wait,
It's
can
the same
but-
thing
but-
like
I wanna
people in
talk about
college
that.
on dating
To-
apps is
yeah.
dumb because you're in college. Like, why do you need dating apps in college? But-
To what Douglas is saying, like
I just want wait.
It's-
Let's
it's
read
crazy.
out loud.
When I was-
I just
you know,
want
when
to.
I
I
s-
just
yeah,
wanted to
go ahead.
highlight the imbalance built into the dating apps for women. Those guys swiping crazy like that are doing it because for every 100 women they swipe on, they might match one.
yeah,
That's true.
When I set the age to my proper age, I was swiping, and you'd get nothing, and then maybe one, you'd get one, you'd be like, oh, I got one, and then you'd text it, and nothing,
Yeah.
and then you're
There
like,
was only one. Yeah.
I keep swiping, I get another one, like,
Push your
oh, I
odds.
got.
Just start,
Text them.
just start by line. It helps.
And they text you back in a week saying, "Oh, I wasn't using this app for a week. I'm back on. How are you doing?"
Which
So
is
it's-
true. So I have a theory.
Okay.
I wish people could. Okay, I'm gonna do it in my hands. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Good
basically,
thing I can see.
in real life.
Okay.
Okay.
In real life.
So this is this column of women, and this is column of men, and the percentage of women that is we can use this. So the percentage of women that is very attractive is like this much, right? That are like they have their shit together,
Yep.
they're like very attractive, they take care of themselves. The percentage of men that match these women in real life, and remember the apps often are a mimic of real life, okay? It's like this big, okay? So you have all these women going towards these men that they feel are like matched up with them, right? But it's a much smaller percentage. So this upper group of guys, they have all these women coming for them. So you know what that does?
What?
That makes you guys fucking assholes.
How so?
And that they're very difficult to date. They
Those-
don't want to settle
those
down.
guys.
'Cause they know
They
all
don't want to
Those guys.
They
Why?
Let's
don't
keep-
want to settle down.
Those guys.
They don't want to settle down. They don't. They're dating multiple women.
But what about all the other
Those guys.
What about
Yeah.
all the
That
other
top
guys?
5%.
that top but it is because I just believe there's overall more attractive women existing in the world
Okay.
than there are men.
Yeah, you're right.
And it's
Yeah,
because
true.
women are just wonderful and they are great. And so anyways,
They're delicious.
like,
No, because
women take care of themselves. They age well. Like there's just a
Men
lot.
do those things.
some.
Listen.
Women
It all
don't.
depends.
You
because
guys
like
are
a
all
guy,
very attractive,
A guy,
good
smell
a guy would look
cocoa
at
butter.
a girl to a guy or girl, as long as like you quote unquote fit into a figure and face, that's it. You're attracted to them, and they'll go. Like a woman, you have like.
Yeah, bring more
most of
to
the
the
time,
table.
A guy has to like fit into a physical description of what they want, and also like be successful to a certain point. Also, personality has to match. That's why. Like it just has to be more. Now the guys that are this top 5%, they seem like they have their shit together. There's so many women coming after them, so that's why they're assholes. Because they're like, oh,
They're like, yeah,
well,
they're like, why would I settle down? Like,
people-
I could have anybody, and then they on top of it, they do have good personalities. They're fun guys. They know how to
Right.
talk to women.
They got boats.
They make you no, it's not even that.
I
I
was
think guys
kidding.
that like lean on their boats to get women.
Oh,
but
That's a whole podcast.
so anyways, yeah. So
you
anyways,
know
so,
what?
it's so the women. So here's like your top. There's more attractive women. So then here's the group of guys that are like attractive, right? Like they're 7s, 8s, like they're great guys, right? So then you got a portion of these women going to these guys, right? And good for them. They're great guys, right? But then these fuckers get an attitude too, right?
Yeah, we
because
do.
they're like, oh, all these hot bitches want me. So then now they're acting like assholes. Okay, so now you have the next
This
tier
is
of
funny.
women.
This
The
is-
next
this is-
tier of women that
I
maybe
like
like aren't as cute. By the way, this is all subjective. Everyone's beautiful to
Yes,
somebody.
everyone's beautiful to somebody,
Everybody
yes.
is attractive to somebody.
Yep.
Like I'm not talking about what
You're good. We know.
everything's so yes. And then you got maybe when they're like, yeah, they're not like that great of a catch. But so there's less of those women and more of those men, right? So now you have the women in the middle group. They're splitting between the cute guys, the cute women, and the cute women will date down to like the guys that are like not that attractive, which is what you're
But nice
seeing in
enough.
this Facebook group.
No, yeah, you know, I was gonna.
Has anyone
say
gone
that.
to Arizona
I was gonna-
State? Has anyone gone to that
Anyways,
campus?
you're
I'm not.
welcome.
I am not.
Because that's like a
Does this
little
make
microcosm of what we're talking about. Arizona State has a plethora of what America's society will
Yes,
call
I've read
8,
about
9s, and
this.
10s,
Okay.
and they are dating like 5s and 6s because there's so much more of them that
Yeah.
they end up dating like regular guys.
You said that
So
the
like
cute
that,
girls are going after the.
The cute girls. So here's the super attractive, and here's cute girls, and then here's like unattractive women,
Yeah.
and then here you got like guys, cute guys, but more like it's skewed, right? Like
Yeah.
overall, women are just like more attractive, just better.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
if you're trying to match with the way the numbers are working out, you do have women that are in the cute, like the 7s, the 6 and 7s, and they will date.
No.
Down.
I think it's those exactly. I think it's those
The
cute
opposite.
women are going up. They're like the super attractive. They're just on a whole different level. I don't even know who they're going after, but they're going after the top of the top.
They're going for
the
money.
cute girls.
9 and 10s.
They're going up to
They don't care about looks.
Sinaids.
No,
And
they're
and
not. No,
the girls
they're
who
literally
the
not.
girls
They
who
don't care
are
about looks.
average or even below average. They're the ones who
But women
might be
ca-
shooting for the normal guys.
I mean, would you say that women
Normal
women
guys.
intrinsically care less about looks? I would say like women are like I want a cute guy, but they don't
Oh.
care about looks
But yeah,
anywhere
guys are
near
just
as much
more
as we do.
visual.
No,
Guys are
and
at all.
that's another reason the dating
I'll be
apps
damned
didn't
if-
appeal to me. Is I would often see guys be like, "Oh, this guy's so hot," and then
Right.
I'd meet him in person, and I'd have no
It does.
chemistry
He's an idiot.
with him.
Right.
Yeah, it does.
And it was like I can't. The apps, I'm so connected to somebody's like energy and like
Right.
so attracted
And
to
the
the
aura.
vibes they give off, and
Yeah.
that was not coming across. I felt like I was,
Yeah.
but my brain couldn't look at a picture of a guy that I didn't necessarily think was attractive and be like, oh, but I bet his vibes are good. You didn't
Yeah,
see.
I agree.
Whereas
Yeah,
in
you
a
don't know
bar,
until-
I've often met guys that like are more probably in
They're
that middle
okay,
tier, but they're
but-
like funny,
Yeah.
and I'll like walk up to them, I'll be like, and like
I'll-
we end up interacting, and like suddenly they have my number, and we're going out.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll be damned if a 7 woman is going after a 6 guy. I'll be damned.
I disagree
Oh,
with
it
that.
happens all the
Jay-Z and
time.
Beyonce.
Okay, wait.
Jay-Z and
All the
Beyonce.
time.
I have
I'll
a
Jay-Z
be
and
damned.
But
Beyonce.
if the you
I'll
can't
be
put-
damned.
Jay-Z is not.
Looks wise.
Okay, just
looks
look,
wise.
yeah, but you.
But status wise, very different. Looks
yeah,
wise. Looks
but the
wise.
thing is, women
happens.
don't just date guys just for looks.
Cardi B and
Okay.
Any Migo, whoever she dated, I don't remember who she dated.
I
And,
need
and
the Migos.
again, we're talking in general.
okay,
Not-
You gotta take celebrities out because like.
But yeah, but still,
Money's
they
different. Money's different.
meet
Look at
out
the-
like we do. They
the
meet
whole
like we do.
landscape,
There are other
yeah.
celebrities they could meet.
I'll be damned.
They
if
hang out with the ones that
yeah.
are attractive.
I'll be
I
damned if this
totally
is se-
disagree.
seven.
All right.
Seven.
Disagree.
women.
Wait, disagree with what part?
I totally disagree, and I know this is like just personal experience too. But I remember one of like my first like serious relationship. I met this guy, and I was like,
Calling your ex. No.
I met him, and I was like, wow. Like this guy is like kind of annoying, like because I didn't really know him, and I was like, oh, he seems like kind of cocky. He's like whatever, and then I was like, he looks very normal, like he isn't one thing or another. But what's a DJ?
DSL.
Oh, DSL.
Oh, those are.
I can't read. This is G. What was I saying?
About your ex. he was
And then I got to know him, and I was like, wow, I find him like so like he's so attracted to me now, and like if
Yeah, because you knew his personality.
right,
before.
and I would like, and I found him like very sexy because of his personality, and like I did think he was attractive, but I like to this day, and I will die on this hill. I did not go up to him, and I was never like he's like a 10. I'm like blown away, like
Right.
holy shit, like I loved him for other reasons besides like and again like I did think he was attractive, but it was
Right.
like I don't think he was like the hottest guy I'd ever
Attraction
seen.
All I'm
goes
saying
beyond
is-
physical
so-
looks
It
for
sure
women.
does.
Yeah,
Attraction
so-
goes
And
beyond
men,
physical.
and men too.
I don't know that.
Let's
not,
say-
not as much. It doesn't-
Attraction.
A
gets you
7
the
and
door.
every-
There are girls that are
Personality
super hot.
keeps
I
you.
would never touch. 'Cause I've talked to them more.
No,
like,
but
more
would
than
you
10
ever
minutes.
date a girl that you didn't find physically attractive?
Yes, and I have.
Really?
Yes, initially.
Really?
Yes.
She's right
I
in
have.
general.
If I'm,
Thank you.
yeah,
We
like,
won't. We won't.
I'll say it. My ex-wife.
Keeping 100.
It's my ex-wife.
So I've dated a
It
was.
was.
It was crazy, but
Oh, that was the first.
She's hot. Yeah, guys. So here's I was actually just talking to a friend about this the other day. So women often are told, well, like, he's nice to you. Like, often we're dating a guy and maybe we're like, oh, I don't necessarily feel the spark. And like our friends will be like, he's a nice guy, he has a great job, he's nice to you, he's you know, and he's like a decently looking guy, like, you know, like not like a, you know, a good looking guy, like a decent guy. And it's like,
wait, he's good looking or he's decent?
Decent looking.
Yeah.
And or it's like, I just don't have an attraction, you know, there's no spark or whatever, and your friends will often say, or they'll try to set you up with a guy and they'll be like, he has the best personality, like la la la, and they basically say, put the fact that you're not attracted to that person to the side because they have all these other qualities and maybe the attraction can grow. And I do believe attraction can grow.
It'll grow in time.
Men are fucking never told that.
You're
Men are never told.
We're not told that.
You would never hear me try to set any of you up with a girl and say she's got a great personality, because I know that the expectation would go.
Well, you know what
but
girls
for women
do?
that happens all the time.
Wait. You know what girls do? They'll show a picture of their friend who's not attractive and tell you they are. They'll go, oh, my friend's so cute. Oh, you like so? She's so cute, isn't she? And she's not. I've had it happen like several times. I'm like looking like,
is she not?
Is she?
Yeah.
Good. What?
Yeah,
But like,
she, to her point, like, we won't, if we see a chick who's unattractive, I won't entertain it.
Well, you know what it is though?
Even if she's like hilarious and cool.
That's what I'm saying. So like, with
I think it's different.
With my ex, I was not that into her physically. We kept talking, hanging out.
Yeah.
Some other personality just clicked. It was just kind of there. We were like kept talking, hanging out, and then it was kind of there.
I don't know. I also.
But that happens if you start as friends too. If your friends first, you kind of grow into it. But now I'm not. If it's like you don't know them, no, I'll do that.
Something I want to address that you said earlier, which is like nice guys finish last, and I want to address this because a lot of people are saying this.
Okay.
That is not true, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay. I know so many women that met a guy, were not that attracted to him, and you can't control when there's no spark. By the way, I have been out with guys
go back to the
I've been out with guys that are so attractive, nice guys, yet I just don't feel any chemistry with them.
Right. And
to the point that I'm like, can I set you up with one of my friends? Like, I think you are so eligible, wonderful, but like for me, I'm just not feeling it, okay? Right. And even I've given it like 2 or 3 dates. And men like will often, so then men will think like, oh, like this nice guy. So I don't know any woman that really was no initial spark or attraction, but I know a lot of women that forced it because he was a nice guy, and then it didn't end up working, and then he thought it didn't end up working because I was too nice to her. No, the whole reason you got a chance was because you were nice to her, and then she couldn't get past the fact that she was initially attracted.
Right.
I don't know any women that had an initial attraction to a guy and then broke up with him because he was too nice to her. But I know a ton of women that tried to make it work with guys they weren't attracted to because they were nice, and when it didn't, it frames it as nice guys finish last.
Yeah.
They don't.
It
don't. I'm gonna fight with you, Douglas.
No, it depends.
They don't.
It depends the maturity and age level. Like I feel like once women are older, then yeah, you do want a nice guy but like in your teens and 20s, not at all.
I disagree. I think that you can be a nice guy. You can't be boring. You have to be interesting. You have to like have something.
No. I didn't say boring. Like nice. I'll call you when I say I will. Like you're genuinely a nice guy. I had a whole joke about it for my stand-up. Where I literally dated this girl and she broke up with me because she said I was too nice. I've heard
the same thing, but I think at this point though,
that's happened more than once.
Yeah, I've had the same thing too. But I think it was more. I was scared to be myself, so I didn't open up. But when I was being myself, it always worked out.
There's a guy, Andrew Tate. You probably.
Oh my God!
Your favorite.
Please don't tell me that you're an Andrew Tate fan.
He's a fan. He's a fan. He's not afraid of it. He's not afraid.
I listen to what he says. He's got a lot of truth to it. Everything that he preaches, but. I was waiting
for you to say this. I was waiting for this to come out.
Something, and you guys will love this. Actually, you'll love this.
I
will love this. I'll be interested in seeing what your reaction is to this. But this is coming straight out of Andrew Tate. He said this. He said,
"You should have said it first and then tell me it was him later."
So
Lord help me.
He said, he said,
Lord, give me strength.
because there's a movement right now of people, like especially younger people, calling dudes simps because they're taking care of their women and taking them out. and
Men
buying
are
them
calling men
flowers and all
simps.
that.
Yeah.
Women are
Everyone's
Yeah,
called
hold on,
everyone
hold
a
on.
simp.
Yeah.
You call me something today.
Yeah. So I did. So there's all these guys calling other guys simps for doing nice things to women, and Andrew Tate, he says there is absolutely nothing wrong with doing nice things for women.
But-
Actually, he said, I encourage you to do
Oh.
He's a full take money.
I encourage you to do nice things for women. That's our job. We're supposed to protect and provide and do our very best to take care of our women. But what separates a good guy, which is a nice guy, from a simp, is a good guy will do nice things for a woman, and the moment she doesn't show appreciation for said nice acts, a good guy will pull it all back, pull it all away. But the simp will continue to do all these things and still not receive any respect or appreciation. So there's nothing wrong with taking women out. There's nothing wrong with buying women flowers. There's nothing wrong with just being nice and genuine and kind to women, as long as it's met with appreciation and respect.
I never expect appreciation. I do something for my girl
And
because
again,
I know
if
that
they don't
makes her
give you
happy.
appreciation, that's fine. That's
Oh.
what he says. That's fine. You just walk away, and that's what
Alex,
makes
you
you
wanna
a
take
good
this
man.
Sure.
So,
Okay.
that's a simp will
Can I
continue
say
to
one
get-
thing?
Yeah,
First.
of course.
I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this because I really want the men on this podcast here. Being a nice guy doesn't mean you deserve a relationship.
Word.
It doesn't mean that I should date you because you're a nice guy or you have a job. There's so much more to it, and these guys walking around, they're like, I'm a nice guy. I do things for women. I deserve a relationship. That's not a nice guy.
I agree.
Yeah.
And women can pick up on that. And women are very intuitive, perceptive creatures. And I can pick up when a guy is a nice guy where he's doing nice things because he's expecting a certain outcome.
Right.
And so being a nice guy doesn't mean you automatically deserve a relationship.
That's true.
So,
Yeah,
so again, and this is
Preach.
my mindset that I've adopted as well.
Let
I
Alex
will
speak.
treat everyone with kindness, and I will always treat everyone with respect, and especially the women who I care about, and the women I love, the women in my family. I'll take care of them, and I'll do my very best. If anything happens, I got their back. I'm their older brother, so it's just. I'm there for them 100%, and and to other women that I interact with,
You expect
I
something
try
back
my
from your
best
sister?
to. Hold on. So I try to be very, when I meet women out or in anything, I'll be very kind and very respectful, and if it's a woman I care about, I don't mind buying her flowers and things like that. I don't mind taking her out. None of that seems like simp-like to me. It's the moment when she starts treating me like I'm a piece of shit, or she doesn't, show any degree of respect or appreciation. Then I'll be like, okay, well, this person isn't appreciating the good I'll do. I'll just go take myself out of the situation and be good to somebody else.
Yeah, and that's what you should do. That's what men and women should do.
That's what Andrew Tate says, and that's what
I don't know,
that's
man.
exactly
I
what he
feel
says.
like Andrew Tate says a
Oh
lot.
yeah, if
Okay.
someone doesn't treat
Okay.
you well.
That's
okay.
exactly
Well,
what he says. What is wrong about
Nothing
what
is
part
wrong
of
with
that?
what you just said, but I think
Exactly,
Andrew Tate
that's-
says more than
it's-
that.
That's exactly what he said.
You're gonna find good sound bites from everybody.
What's that?
You can find good sound bites from anybody. Like I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean.
Like Rush Limbaugh.
Now I
for
want
instance,
Alex to
yeah.
jump in.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah,
her
please.
perspective.
You say you could find a good soundbite from Rush
I'm sure you
Limbaugh?
find something.
Oh, my God.
I'm sure you find something. Something.
Okay, so I wish we had like a whole episode to unpack the Andrew Tate thing, but okay.
Next episode.
Oh yeah, next episode. Okay, so I like my head is like spinning now. I like what you were saying about like going both ways is like men and women need to like acknowledge that. I also think like similar to what you were saying too about like just because you do X, Y, and Z doesn't mean there's this output like. And it doesn't mean you deserve a certain output. And I think like it just gets to a point where like that's more of like a transactional mindset that that's not how it works. Like that's not how like relationships and attraction work. Like it's not like an equation. Like you can do all the right things, but it just could just not be the right person.
Right.
There's like things don't have to go wrong or blow up for things to not work out or for two people to not be meant to be in a relationship together or even be dating. And I
love that.
And like, yeah, and I think like, I'm just not one of those. It's also just hard for me too. And like, I know I need to like just think outside the box in this one, but like, I also just like, I'm not really like looking, like, I'm not necessarily like looking for like a provider or somebody to like do things for me. I just want to be like respected and not gaslit and like treated with kindness.
Yeah.
So like,
And consistency.
So I feel like of course that like you were saying, it's different if like if somebody is like, if you do something nice for somebody and they like are rude about it, that's one thing. But like, I don't like expecting like a blatant show of like gratitude for it. I feel like we can't always like that. That can't be the, if that's the norm, that's like, it just turns it into this like
It makes it transactional.
Yeah.
You nailed it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Or when men expect like,
But you
oh,
do
I
show
see.
at least some gratitude.
Of
Maybe it's not
course.
a.
Of course, a thank you.
There you go.
But
there
if
you go.
you're, I would also say there's a level of personal responsibility. So if you're continuously dating women, I'm talking to you specifically. If you're continuously dating women that you find that whenever you do kind gestures for them, they begin treating you like shit, I would challenge you to look internally, because you are a guy who clearly has a lot to offer, and figure out either what about we are what we attract. So why are you attracting those people to
Good
you?
question.
Because I guarantee you, you're attracting
This is
other
just-
people. You're attracting other
This is
people
just
to
in
you.
general. And
But I'm just saying, like, these men that come up
Yeah.
with this Andrew Tate style, we are
This
what
is
we
just-
attract.
so-
What's everyone's
So if
current
you are
transcends
working-
right now?
So if you
This
are, so if
transcends
you are
relationship.
constantly
I don't
dating,
know.
if you're
We said
constantly
it earlier.
dating men that treat you like shit,
You can say
or
it.
you're
This is-
constantly dating women that treat you like shit, you need to understand what is it about me
This is
that
something
these people are coming to
deeper
me.
than relationships. This is something deeper than dating. This transcends all that. This
Yeah.
is just interpersonal interaction with people. If anyone treats you with disrespect, and you've done nothing to deserve that, and you've done everything
course.
within your power
Friends,
to show them
coworkers,
absolute
anyone.
and meet them with civility and respect, and they treated you like shit
Mm-hmm.
with anybody.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
exactly how
That's
it would
self-respect.
operate.
That's
Yes.
self-respect.
So I don't-
That's self-respect.
Of
Yeah.
course,
With anybody.
I co-sign
So,
that message
yeah.
100%.
So
but
what's
peop-
your deal with the whole Andrew Tate thing? Like, it's
Because
just,
I don't
He says
think
a
that
lot.
that's right.
There's more than you
I don't
said.
think that
Yeah.
Andrew Tate's ethos is like, hey guys, only talk to people that respect you as a person. Like, I don't think that that's
you know,
really what
it's
Andrew Tate
meet
is
people
spreading.
with respect. You meet people with respect and civility, and if they don't give that back to you in return,
You believe that's Andrew Tate's whole message,
I don't
and
wanna
that's
have
why
anything
the
to do
internet
with you.
hates him? It's because he's
So-
just telling people to respect each other?
that's his message.
Martin Luther
And you're
King.
finding nothing wrong with it.
He's the new Martin Luther King.
Oh my god.
There's okay.
All right, wait.
You agree
So-
with it, but you're you know
Well, no,
you're
his thing.
you're triggered by it, but also
Because-
you
because-
agree
I'm
with the
not
message.
triggered.
Because it's a whole package. It's not just that stuff. That statement can be true.
Well, that-
It's other stuff around.
That's
it.
his message. If they
But he's other messages too. It's not the only
what
one.
other message? What other message?
Andrew Tate is like
What
a
other
known
message?
misogynist. He for real is though.
All right, so Douglas Funny says, true, but nice guy thing got twisted. There are some guys that have a false entitlement, which is true. But the confusion came from when women would say, why can't I find a nice guy, but keep choosing the bad boy?
We can't pin this all on women though. Like that's
Not
the thing.
all women, but I think partially. I would say like a lot of women growing up when we were younger did go after the bad guy. You get that mention when you're a little kid. Because I had that happen. Then I got older. I didn't really start doing well with women until I was like 27, maybe even 30.
Mm-hmm.
But for the years before that, it was not a thing because I was like too nice. I had to kind of learn like what is nice, what is attraction, what is this, what is all that stuff. Like it is built towards it.
But I
So
think
it's a little bit different.
I think he has a good point, but I also think, like, again, as someone who I feel that when I'm in relationships, I also put my best foot forward and try to, like, really be there. Like, this just happened to me. I had a guy look at me and be like, you're so high quality, like, and wonderful to me. I don't think I can be in a relationship with you.
Right.
Like, very similar. Like, I had that flipped on me, and I was like, I made you soup. I don't ever make men
I
soup.
make soup,
How'd that make you feel?
oil, water.
It made me feel like I had to believe when he said, because he actually said, I can't be in a relationship right now. And I said, well, I don't really know how we move forward. Because I think men need to understand, at least for me, I don't speak for all women, because obviously women stay in these bullshit situationships for I've known women years, going on years. Not me, though. So, could be me. So, I felt like I had to believe, because he said, oh, I can't be in a relationship right now. And I said, then I don't want to spend time with you anymore. Right. And he said, well, what do you mean? I said, because what you just told me is, when I hear you say that, there's no future here. There's no ROI on the time or energy that I put into this. And you just told me you don't want to be in a relationship with me. And he said, that's not what I said. And I said, it is what you said. And he said, I said I can't be in a relationship with anybody. And I said, I'm anybody. It's the same outcome.
Right.
It's the same
like
outcome
when you meet
for
when
me.
you meet the person that you want, whatever your rule is will change.
And I had to believe when he was telling me, like, I'm in therapy and I'm trying to work on a bunch of stuff. I, in that moment, had to believe that I'm not going to see him a month later posting some girl on Facebook, like, here's my girl, or on Facebook. Right. I just dated myself.
Oh, you didn't say MySpace. Yeah.
On his Zanga.
Oh, wow. You remember Zanga? Holy shit. Wow.
What is Zanga?
You know, I in that moment,
for
for my own ego and sanity, I had to believe that he was telling the truth, where he's like, I can't be with anybody right now. He was like crying too. He cried on FaceTime a lot. I was like, you need to cry less on FaceTime.
You could have a cry filter.
No, he was actually crying. But I had to believe in that moment for my own ego that he truly was not in a place to give anybody anything, and that it wasn't, because I always tell my friends that when a guy says he doesn't want a relationship, he says, it's with you.
I want with you.
He's leaving off the last two words.
Yeah.
Right.
It's with you. But when it came to me having that happen, I had to be like, he can't be like, I had to, for my own ego, be like, no, he meant all the things he said to me, because otherwise my sanity, I would have lost my mind, you know?
I think he's,
So maybe I chose to believe it, and that he can't give it to anybody right now, and I chose to believe that, but I went against my own beliefs to believe that.
No, that's hard.
Also, Link 2 said nice girls.
Thanks, Link 2.
What up,
Yeah,
Mickey
that
Moves
is
Major?
true.
I feel very seen by you right now.
Oh.
Thank you.
What's up, Mickey Moves Major? Good seeing you as well.
So anyways.
All right, so I'm going to throw in one question before we can wrap up.
Yeah.
Would you rather meet the love of your life, knowing it won't work out? Maybe they're moving.
That's not the love of your life.
Wait. Or never meet them so you don't get hurt.
You meet the love of your life, but what was the first part?
So let's say hypothetically.
Right.
You meet somebody they're incredible, they're everything you want, but they're moving away.
Oh.
Right? They have to leave. Would you rather never meet them, experience the pain, or would you rather go through whatever it is just to have that experience?
No, I'd rather meet them and have that experience, because you could always I don't understand, but they're moving away.
Let's say you live here and they're moving to Japan. Could be anything.
I mean, eventually you can move to Japan too.
Yeah.
So.
I think we're on the same, because I believe I believe it's the love of your life. I think it's less where you're at and who you're with. And I think I would probably move somewhere if I met someone that person was the love of my life. I would probably move somewhere shitty with them. I would figure it out.
I would live in Montana. Let's just say that.
The parts of Montana that are beautiful.
I would live in Montana.
I know. Honestly, after I said
Alex,
it.
what would you do? I want to hear it.
Oh God, I would probably. I'd probably go the opposite. I'd probably. What? Can you say it again? What was it?
Sure.
It was.
So you meet the love of your life.
Yeah.
But they're moving.
Yeah.
So, and you know you won't get.
And you're never gonna see them again.
You can't.
Okay. You
For whatever
literally.
reason.
You can't.
You can't. There's no choice.
Yeah.
Would you rather have experience and date them?
Yeah.
Would you rather shut up? Shut up!
It's not wrong.
I am a weeb. I'm a former weeb.
Wait, what is that?
A weeaboo.
I don't know.
I used to be very into Japanese culture, very much. To the point where I was like, Japan is a superior culture and America suck. That was
True. That is true.
Yeah, that was my core belief as a teenager. So.
Yeah.
Run around doing the Naruto thing.
I still do it. You run faster. Aerodynamic.
Don't you have a sword?
I don't have a sword.
Katana.
I've never had a sword.
you had a
I have
katana.
never had a sword.
Yeah, but I thought you had a katana. Anyways,
I never had a katana. I'm not that. I'm a nerd. I'm like a level below
Wait, who was
katana.
talking?
owner.
Alex was talking. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's good. But then the other one is the alternative is you'd rather just not
Or
ever meet them.
never know.
just spare yourself. Never meet them, or give it up before you fall.
Can we change? Oh god.
No, go
Can
ahead.
we change it to like the person dies?
That's
What?
way more dark.
But that's like so like.
I don't want them to
permanent.
die.
Final.
Okay, fine. Let's do both. You finish the answer for this one, and then you have them die.
Oh my god.
We all
So you know this
die
person will
eventually,
die.
So
Yeah. Like one of those movies.
Oh Lord have mercy.
If there's like,
I feel like a dickhead if I didn't do
I
that.
feel like now this is hard, like with the death equation in it, because now I'm like,
You can answer whichever way you want.
death makes it worse because then it's like if you know they're gonna die soon, it's like well.
right. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, like maybe it's just like years of like dating trauma, but I'm like at this point I'm like, you know what? I'd rather just like not. If it was like with the death part of the equation, I would have gone the other route. But with that, I'm like, if I know that like I'm truly gonna like never see them again, then I'm like, you know what? I don't want to like go through all that, like those stages and everything. Yeah.
Did you guys answer?
Did you guys answer?
I want Frank.
Frank didn't.
Yeah, so I'm not a feelings sort of guy, emotional all that much. So I just don't even want to. I don't want to get involved.
I'm sorry, I have a really quick question. When you say emotions, like what do you mean emotions? Like any emotions?
I just don't feel like those strong emotions that people say they feel, and like love. I can't really ever say.
Like romantic emotions?
I've had. Yeah, I just don't. I've never. There's a certain boundary, and it wasn't anything to do with my upbringing or all that. So I've always been that way. I just never breach a certain threshold. It's just
When you get too close, you cut it.
No, it's not even that. It's just I just can't even feel like it's past a certain
I don't
level.
know how we're friends. I feel everything.
Do you have a birthday
Chris
coming
is-
up?
It was July 29th.
Oh.
I thought it was July 30th.
No.
Oh man.
What's your sign?
Leo.
Well, yeah, I'm surprised.
I don't
by that.
know. I don't know.
Oh,
When's
I
your
thought you
birthday?
might be a Capricorn.
August 1st.
Oh, you're also Leo. Okay.
When's yours?
Scorpio.
I'm a
October
Leo.
30th.
I'm a pure Leo.
You're Leo.
Everybody says that. There are good
You can tell,
Scorpios.
Chris. You can
there
tell
are
Chris
good.
is a
There are good.
Scorpio.
There are good Scorpios.
We
You
don't
can
have to
tell
go
Chris
into
is
it
a
here.
Scorpio.
but-
No. There are good Scorpios. I'm also Scorpio on the cusp of a
Capricorn.
Libra element.
My dad's a Capricorn, January 14th.
I thought mine's the 4th. I was gonna be like, oh my god, your dad and I are birthday twins, but yeah.
But,
Wait, what's your answer?
honestly, I would just go through the pain. I'd rather have the experience.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if I know I'll love again, it may not be that intense, but I still will love again, and I'll get past it at some point.
That's really nice.
That's cute. That's cute.
You're
yeah.
asking, it's the classic question, would you rather love and lose
And
than
lose.
never love at all?
I really love and lose.
I've loved and lost, so
I
I think I've gained from that. Like a lot of people always look at a relationship like, what did I do wrong? I honestly think if you look at a relationship like, what did I gain from it? What did I learn? And
Yeah.
what makes you better? Like every relationship is getting me that much closer to,
The end game.
yeah. So
That's a good point. I feel like, if you look at it like, especially like, what did I take away from this? Like, it doesn't have to be like anything necessarily good or bad. It's just like, what did I learn about myself?
yeah.
Or what did I learn about
Did I
like,
grow from?
yeah, for sure.
For me, I've always looked at relationships as something. There's always sort of like we said this before, like an end game. If I'm gonna get into it, there's got to be a purpose, and if it's to create a family, then that's the mission. That's what we got to do. I just don't. I don't get into a relationship. Because I'm in.
Frank, here's your
I just
mission.
don't feel. If it's just for sex, if just getting a relationship just for sex, I can just get that. Where.
So if you met a woman that was wonderful, that you like fit the bill for everything, but she wasn't sure if she wanted kids, that would be a deal breaker for you?
I mean, I would also want to have like a family and kids. And if she wanted, if we're both seeing eye to eye, like I wanted kids, I want to make a family, and she was a good woman, and then she also wanted a family. I'd just fly out or move over to.
Well, you meet a wonderful
Nigeria or something
woman,
like
you
that.
feel the connection,
Yeah.
she's great, but then she's like, I don't want kids.
outcome
then
conclusion.
she's not. We're
Then
not
she's
seeing eye to eye.
yeah.
There's no point in engaging
Yeah.
in this relationship because
That's
I
good.
don't
That's
see
fair.
it.
That's
I don't see an
healthy.
end game. So.
Have you been in a relationship, Frank? Because
I've had women. I've had women, but I couldn't. I can't.
I didn't
I didn't ask you if you had sex. Have you been in a relationship?
I've had
Situationships. You've been in.
yes. I've had
Situationships,
things with
okay.
women, but
Things.
it's. I would never call it a relationship because it's just
Yeah, well, that's
sex.
the
It's just sex. That's all I want.
So the answer to have you been in a
But
relationship?
so you're saying all you want is sex, but you're also saying you would love to find a woman that you can provide for and have a family
He
with.
wants someone to
I don't
change
want
him.
right now, like even right now, I don't want kids, and that's the mission right now. If I want to get in a relationship, not just finding a woman to fall in love with and all that.
Well, you can date women for a while before you have kids, so you can look to date women now that might want kids down the line.
I don't
Am
want
I?
kids. I don't want kids. Yeah.
Douglas goes to next podcast. You're all fine-looking chaps, but could you let the ladies have the seat space in the camera?
Douglas, are you British? Cheerio.
You know what? Fair enough. Next time, we'll have them face the camera.
Yeah, that is.
Watch those views go up.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, I was surprised.
That's fair. That is fair.
That's funny.
Douglas is funny.
Is he regular, Douglas?
He's new.
Oh,
Yeah.
welcome, Douglas.
Yeah.
Douglas.
Yeah.
Who's
Man,
the guy?
let's see you
Who's the
guys.
guy last time that talked about that virus?
Which one?
The last podcast with us three with Kelly.
It could be
There was
anybody.
someone. Oh, I
It,
forget.
maybe.
I know what
It's
you're
probably
talking about.
always.
I know what you're
It's probably
talking
always.
about, too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, anyway, we could probably call this a wrap if you like. Or is there anything else? Any
No.
thoughts? Any feelings? I know you don't have them. Any feelings?
Thank you so much for having
Yeah,
us.
thank
This
you.
was really fun.
Yeah, super
The
fun.
next
Absolutely.
one, we'll talk about the topic that I wanted to bring up last time.
Tease
I
it.
apologize
Tease
for
it.
being late.
Tease it.
What's a tease?
Because like I had to take. I'm dog sitting and house sitting for my girlfriend, and then Kelly, who you know, I'm plant sitting too. So it's
Oh,
like,
wow.
I'm just spread.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So
You're just
sorry.
spread a little thin right
Sorry, I
now.
didn't know that, man.
that's why I was late.
You're good.
I'm helping the people.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So wait, what's the topic?
I'm simping out there.
Big sipping, spreading the cheese.
The cheese.
Can I just something? I want to point something out.
Please.
He seems like a really nice guy
He is.
that
Yeah.
treats his girlfriends well, and you've had multiple relationships. It sounds like,
He's-
and you're currently in one.
Well, he's very mature.
So this attitude of nice guys finish last. We literally have somebody sitting here,
Yes.
who's proof that that's not the case.
Ask how old he is.
Well, no,
Right.
because it's I'm
Well, that's how old
older.
he is.
I'm
He's mature.
older. Like
That's how-
I
wait.
moved for someone that didn't work. Long year relationship, a long-term relationship. This past one, that didn't work. Took time for myself, so I'm trying again. So like I keep saying, I'm gonna keep trying until I die. I'm either
Yeah.
gonna get it or
That's-
die.
that's
whichever
my-
comes
that's my
first.
motto, too. All right, so let's play a game. How old do you think he is? I want you to take over or under. Just shoot for the stars.
I'm gonna say 42.
Okay. Shoot.
Well, yeah, because you're making it.
I know.
Like,
I know.
I know.
you gotta go.
36 to 38.
I know the answer.
Oh, you know how old I am?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't.
We discussed this.
Yeah, I'm 44.
Oh, wow.
Kill me. guys.
I was like,
Like,
oh.
when I get old, I'm definitely gonna crack. I'm not gonna believe that. It's not happening.
you don't look 40.
Or-
That's yeah.
Yeah.
37, 38.
I'm 38.
All right. I would have guessed you were like 33.
Yeah.
I thought we were like around the same age.
Take that.
I only said 42 because I was like, you look like 31, but I was like, I know it's higher.
You don't have to nice it out.
No!
That's fine.
You know,
He
it's
does-
actually
we call him vampire.
it's
We call
actually-
him
Well,
vampire.
obviously,
It's actually a compliment.
Did you hear me earlier? I said we're all in our 30s except for you. I just
Yeah.
assumed you were in your 30s.
Oh, I didn't hear you say
Except
It's
for
that.
actually
him.
a compliment.
And I'm like him hanging out
Say
with
a
us
guy's
ages him
older.
up, so he gets he looks older.
Yeah,
back
right.
because
You
we
pro-
look-
Yeah,
you
well, I was
it's-
saying I knew he was 26. I was like, oh, so we must all the rest of us be in our 30s.
Yeah.
So
No.
Yeah. Wait, what's the teaser for next time?
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
If your friends had an OnlyFans account, would you look?
Wait, let's just do it now. Let's just do it now.
can we do it as a separate episode? Can you split the episodes?
Sure.
Okay, just because I feel like this one's getting really long.
You're fine. Yeah.
100%.
I would hype her up. Are you
Yeah, I
kidding?
would support.
That's her.
Yeah.
I did have a friend that had an OnlyFans, and I put that shit out there. I was like, if men are gonna pay for this, you need to have it go to my girlfriend.
Yeah.
What are
Yeah.
you talking about though? Like feet pics, butthole pics?
I never
Whatever it
looked.
is.
I never.
Aha, so you didn't look.
I didn't. No, because like she's my
That's
girlfriend,
what I
and
said.
I'm.
Would you
I'm
look?
straight.
Subscribe?
Would you look? Whether it's subscribe, would you at least look to see like?
No, not that. Like, I just didn't have any interest. I
What if
didn't
it's a
need to
guy
see her
friend?
butthole. Yeah. Yeah.
You're looking.
Yeah, I want
Okay.
to see what he's working with.
Yeah, I would totally look.
Yeah, but I'm also gonna hype him up and try to get him money.
Yeah.
Man, that's
Would
all
you
it's
guys
nice.
ever? What do you guys? What about you guys? If you have a
Oh
friend.
hell yeah!
Yeah.
I'd be so. The
If-
curiosity would
I-
just.
I would have
it
to.
would kill
Yeah.
me.
There's certain
Like, what are
friends
you
I'm like, I
doing?
just want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Curiosity. But out of respect, I would tip more because, you know.
Well, it's like also I feel like
feel
with
weird.
OnlyFans too, it's like it can be such a curated thing. So it's like, well, I want to know like what persona you're putting online. Like it could be totally. It's like it could be like
Yeah.
somebody you don't
Your
even
platinum
recognize.
member.
Like
Yeah.
people, especially when it comes to like people that work in like dom stuff. It's like that's not who that person is. Oftentimes, it's like they're putting on a character.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's like intriguing. I'm like,
Yeah.
what's your whole thing? So
And I think we're all talking about women right now, but what is your guy friend?
Do guys
No, I
have
asked.
OnlyFans? Yeah. Do they? I mean, yeah.
Oh,
No.
yeah. RP. Aaron Carter had one.
No, if it was my guy
Aaron
friend,
Carter.
Oh.
I'd probably look. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's out there and like, am I not supposed
I
to?
thought that's what I asked you.
It's
and you
probably
said I
not
would support him too.
I would.
Sex stuff.
You know, I would
Probably
look
not
at him.
sex
I probably
I
wouldn't
wanna
look
see
at the
this.
girl just because she's like.
You know, we're all
I
making
wouldn't.
the assumption.
It would
it's
depend
sex
how
stuff.
much I hang
Yes.
out with the person too. Like if they're like somebody
Yeah.
I see regularly, I might not like want to look at them in that light. Really, like see them like sticking stuff in their butthole. Like I don't know about that.
Actually, one of my best friends, this is like in high school, he took my camcorder to make a sex tape with his girlfriend. So it's way
In
back-
high school?
In high school.
Damn.
But I had like one of those little mini ones. He goes, hey, can I borrow that? He left the tape in there. He goes, you can watch it if you want to. So me and my other friend were like, let's watch it and laugh at him. We watched it. I was like, I shouldn't have seen that. It just
Put it away.
I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that tape is somewhere in my parents'
Wait,
house.
can
that's
I
sitting-
ask a question? Would you ever date a girl that had an OnlyFans or had an OnlyFans in the past?
In the past, yes.
Really?
While I was with her,
Not
no.
current.
Not current.
Yeah, I could get
I mean,
that.
I'm not approved by any means, but also like I like things for me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair.
but if it's in the past, it's in the past.
No.
Oh, I don't know because like
Can't do it.
In the past, I can't do it.
because it's
I can't do it.
OnlyFans, so it's within your own house. It's not like people are paying, so it's like it's a so that's almost like
Good point.
I'd rather date
The current girl
OnlyFans
getting paid.
a current OnlyFans than say a stripper.
What if she's
As
making
long
like
as stripper's actually
as long as
out
what
getting.
if she's making like $75 a month? That's like that was big money. It's not big money. It's like she's just
that's
she's
her.
amateur.
That's
If
her.
if her face
her
is
thing,
out
but I don't
there,
know.
if her face is not out there, you know,
My
she's doing
ex
everything
made
at home, not playing around
Your
with
ex had
anybody.
one?
She made one for her feet. She like did the lingerie,
Good for her.
whatever, and she like showed off her like body and like the top part.
Yeah.
Did she
And
make
then-
good money
and she wore
doing
her feet.
that?
She did pretty well.
What's pretty well?
But, I mean,
Just curious.
pretty well.
Just
I mean,
curious.
like she I'll say this. For one video, she made $750. One video that she was like, subscribe, blah blah, and pay for this premium content.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does it?
Her face just
I'm
can't
sorry.
be
No,
out
no,
there.
no.
So,
Go
so
ahead.
it's like her lingerie, like feet or whatever. It's like mostly like her like showing off
Yeah.
in the like preview photos.
Because it would depend what it
Because
is.
it's embarrassing as a guy. Like,
Why is it
Oh.
embarrassing though?
if you've got if her face is out there, and people
Yeah,
know
I
who she
could
is.
kind of see that. Like, I don't know if I was dating somebody, if I would want like video, just because also like I feel like it would give me the ick about that person. Not that like I would judge or be like, oh my friend's vagina. I just feel like I would get the ick
Yeah.
seeing them like I don't know what men do in their OnlyFans, but I'm assuming
Right.
like jack off in front of the camera. And, like
Peel
I don't.
bananas. Peel
Jack
bananas.
off. Where? Who said
Woman.
jack off?
Jerk
off.
Jerk off.
Is it jerk
Sorry.
off?
Jerk off.
I think
Jerk
they're
off.
both. I think they're
I
both
say jack
terminology
off.
correct.
Fat
You say
off.
jack
I
off?
say jack
Or
off.
stroke? You just stroke it? I don't know.
I just say
But anyway,
I just say
Spank him.
masturbate.
what do you call it for? What do you do for yourself for women?
What do you call it?
DJing.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
What?
DJing. Yeah, because DJing.
I have some girls that say like I'm gonna go jerk. Like girlfriends that say like I'm gonna go jerk off.
I'm dead.
Girls
Okay.
say they jerk off.
Yeah.
Okay.
I literally say masturbate. I don't say anything else.
I
Yeah.
say masturbate too.
Yeah. I mean, like to each their own. I feel like with stripping or like other sex work and stuff, it's like, but it's not like they're not like into these people. Like
Right.
it's like
Yeah.
they're literally like making money.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like
It's
it's
it's just like
It would depend exactly.
as a guy, it's just like you don't want
You want
you
something
don't
for
want people to
yourself.
know your woman intimately like
Yeah,
that. You
I
know,
think
it's
that's
just
fair.
I don't want all that. As long as your face isn't. If you've got something covering up your face, all right, fine, make all the money.
Scheme it,
Yeah.
scheme it.
As long
Okay.
as nobody knows.
I mean, I'm
What if?
I'm
What
cool
if?
with
What if
exhibitionism.
she's clothed like, say, she's just trying on leggings, like cute, sexy outfits, face is shown,
Or lingerie.
or
Okay,
Lingerie?
okay.
Or-
I see what you're saying.
masked up, but she's like she's literally
Yeah.
masturbating in front of the camera. Which one's better?
If she's just trying on like a try-on haul or something like that, you
Yeah.
know, like that stuff. Oh yeah, that's fine. You can show your face. Yeah, that's fine. It's just you're just trying. It's like you're modeling, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So on that note, we'll
Yeah.
see you guys on the next episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would love to come back. Thank you so much for
Yeah,
having
thanks.
us. Oh my gosh.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
That was
Link
great.
too.
Also,
And
I want to say
Douglas.
thank you to Angel for the $69
Yeah.
I will split it among these people somehow. But thank you, I really appreciate
No,
it.
it's-
Bye.
That's
Yeah.
fun.
Good thing. We should. I mean, we had a donation by the end of the show, so I was like,
Yeah, 69.
nah, it's not bad though.
Not for
I'll take
me.
it.
I was late.
Yeah, you came late. You get $3.
Yeah.
Are we still rolling?
We're stopping there.
Okay.
The stream is still alive,
Okay.
but we're not recording anymore. But still, the episode.
Did anyone call in?
No, but I didn't announce that either. I
Oh.
purposely didn't announce it.
Whose number is that? That's not you. Is that your?
No, that's my Google Voice number.
Oh, okay,
So it'll
yeah.
call. It'll go to my phone. It'll also go on here.
Did
Right.
you give me
But
a
it's
Google
not-
Voice number?
No, I'll give you my real number.
Oh, okay.
You have 407, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Chris is a weep.
I am a week. It's fine.
I didn't know what that was.
I've never heard of that term before
Yeah, it was
until
so, here's
today.
like, it was popular more in like the 2000s
Oh, okay.
era, and it was like weeaboo, and we were obsessed with Japan. That's all it was.
Yeah.
No, that was
Alex,
really
are you
fun.
currently dating now, or you were like, I need a break for myself?
Stream's still live.
I've been going on dates. But I feel like, so I had this like 3-month thing that ended, a 3-month, whatever it's called. Situationship that ended. I guess it wasn't even a situationship, it was like a guy, oh no, it was a situationship, that ended in November. But like,
Right before Thanksgiving.
yeah. But like, I wasn't really upset about it at all.
I wonder if he did my. Because if I break up with someone, I always tend to break up right before Thanksgiving.
Really? That's your pattern?
It's normal.
Why?
Interesting.
You're
'Cause
no
I
longer
live-
thankful for them?
Bye, guys.
No, it's,
I'll live stream on tomorrow and Friday, so I'll see you guys again.
wait, this is still live?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
killing
damn it!
I'm
I
killing
gotta
it.
cut that
I'm,
part
kill- I'm
out.
killing it.
Oh.
There's something to cut. It's live.
He's showing his
I
feet.
can't cut anything.
He's showing his feet.
I can't cut
Son of a-
anything.
$3.99 on
There's
OnlyFans.
something to cut. It's just live. I'm
Premium
you're good.
content.
You're good.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, yeah, wait. Give me a sec. All right, bye, guys. See you next time.